everybody.
Hey, how are you over there?
All right.
Oh,
Boy, am I feeling good this morning. My
You know
lungs
what?
are clear.
you have a significant peppier step today.
Do I really?
Yeah. Oh, from yesterday? If
Well,
you remember yesterday,
I
but-
had inhaled a piece of sausage.
Yeah.
when you walked in
Your
yesterday,
breath smelled like sausage all day.
when you walked in the studio yesterday, I literally said to you, I go, "You all right, man?"
Yeah, but I remember I said I inhaled a piece of sausage as
Yeah.
I was leaving the house.
Right.
Piece got lodged in a lung. That's a sign you're eating too quickly, guys. No doubt.
Here's a good question.
Yes.
Were you shirtless when you were eating the sausage? Because I know you said you were making your coffee.
No.
Wait, hold on. Don't
no,
answer
no,
that
no,
because
no,
in
no,
my
no.
mind you were. Don't ruin it.
No, I was not.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were like making the coffee and then you take your shower and then when you come out the coffee's done and you roll
no.
out.
You don't know my routine?
Why would I know your routine?
Well, we all are in the same house. I mean, it's the Riz house downtown. Remember bunk beds, guys?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks we live together. Hey, where's Moon? I don't know where he is. He's got his own life and his own family, and
I got top bunk.
he's doing his own thing. We don't live together. Crazy.
As many times as I've
weird.
asked. You keep saying
sorry,
no.
Sorry to pull back the curtain, although I am down to get a house together.
I'm so
Like,
am
just-
too.
Just the nap house.
Yep.
Now, is the nap house down here?
It's close to the station, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like we could get something in Soulard.
Well, I already have the house in South City.
Oh, let's boot them.
Like, so I got a renter in there. So if he ever wants to move out,
You don't need that income. Let's
Nah,
just
come on,
flip
man.
it.
Yeah.
flip it to who?
Us.
Us, yeah.
Well,
It'll
that's
be
not. We don't have to flip it. I already have it.
Well, no, I'm saying we make it. I mean,
I mean, it's
Are
not
we-
like you guys. You're not going to live there rent free.
How many?
No, we
How many
are.
bedrooms
Oh, we
is
are.
there?
It's two upstairs and kind of a half bedroom downstairs.
How are we gonna work that out?
oh, dude, it's perfect.
Oh,
Well, you and Moon, you sleep in the same bed
Sticks
regardless.
gets the
so-
half bedroom downstairs. All right, she's
Okay.
the woman. She
Right.
needs her own. She needs her own space.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
That is
All
true.
right.
Yeah.
So Sticks is downstairs in the basement, and yeah, 2 and 2 upstairs works out great.
All right. Perfect. I'll get plenty
Works
of
out
sleep
great.
there. Yeah.
You're a snorer, so I can't. I'm a light sleeper, so we can't bunk together.
I'm a cuddler.
Oh, I'm in then. Me and you.
Yeah. I can't do snoring in the same room.
So I'm
space.
thinking
I mean,
Jeff and
dog
myself in the bedroom near the bathroom.
Yeah.
Again, it's bunk beds. So you guys want to go to? We'll go to IKEA.
No, we need a California king. If we're cuddling, we need a California king.
Oh man.
Isn't the California King longer?
No, wider.
Oh.
The rooms are not that big.
I don't care.
It
if
would
it's just the
basically
bed.
be all bed in the room.
Okay. Okay.
If
It's not
that's
like
what
I'm
it's
there-
for.
it's
That's
not
why
like
it's
I'm
the
there
nap
to
house.
study.
How amazing does that sound right now for a guy who did the Blues game last night? A room of just bed.
Oh man.
Or
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
we could all stay in one room on the California King, and have the other room for other things,
Like what? This is the nap house.
for exercising and other activities. We,
What-
you know,
and
I
whatnot?
don't know, the karate room.
I don't need a desk. I'm not going to be doing drawings.
Yeah, this is just a non-stabbing cabin. Is all it is. It's
Yes.
just some place to.
Literally just a sleeping cabin.
Yeah.
This is the dream, guys.
It really is.
This is the dream. It's not that expensive, so I would say
Split 4 ways.
about $250.
Oh, total? All right, so that's
Yeah.
what, 75 each,
Yeah.
I guess, or all right.
No, each.
Oh no, we're not talking.
boy,
We're not talking
I
about that.
didn't,
We're talking about what we're going to pay.
Yeah.
This is what we're willing to pay.
Yeah.
You got to pick up the rest.
We don't need cable. We don't need anything.
No cable.
No cable.
We don't even need electricity,
We'll
really.
cut the cord, guys.
Yeah, we don't need electricity.
If we have the right blankets, there's no electricity.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going
set.
off the grid in South City.
Ooh, but what about summer naps?
Hey,
Yeah,
you
we
get
need AC.
battery-powered fans.
Oh, what is
No, we
wrong
can't
with
do
All
you?
of those
Gotta be
that we
comfortable.
have.
You just sleep naked.
It's got to be comfortable.
Okay, well, then we'll just-
If
we'll
we're
just-
doing this, it's going to be comfortable.
We'll just turn on the electricity in the summer.
We'll need a nice TV in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
But we're
Why?
not going to have cable.
We'll have a Roku box.
Okay, then we need to get internet.
We'll get internet.
Really? I see. I
Yeah,
think
well, you know
those
what?
are.
Sometimes I need to do work.
Not at the sleeping house.
That's not.
What is wrong with you? This is a sleep house.
This is my dream, not your dream.
Yeah, we're
I can
still going to
dream.
be there?
I can dream.
Cool.
We thought this was far closer to a reality than a dream. So we're really
It's
trying
close-
to work
it's
out
close
the
to reality,
logistics.
guys.
We're ready to go.
If we really want to be serious about this, we're going to need high-speed internet.
And poopery. For sure.
Oh man,
Because
it's going to take me a while to adjust.
Because work sometimes may need to be done in the house.
Yeah, I won't have to adjust, Tone. It's really not my decision. It's my body's decision.
It's going to take me some time to adjust. The cool thing is that we're all not invited anyway.
Yes.
So, I mean,
And for sure, guys, sometimes there may be meals happening in the house.
Yeah.
We're going glass plates, no
Oh,
paper. Okay. It's my house, my rules.
So you're passionate about that? Is that what you're saying?
minority wins here, I guess. So,
Since I am on the title, I get to make that call.
Man, he's going to be our landlord. Damn.
No, it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be equal, except for that part, and everything else.
Sounds like it's going to be awesome.
All right, good. It's settled then.
Yes, it's settled. We're
We just
not
gotta
doing
throw
it.
the other guy out. What if that guy who's living there now is listening and crying?
or what if he
Great
goes?
place.
Or what if when it's time for him to re-up, he calls you and he goes, "Well, I know you want this for a nap house, so how about knocking $100 off my rent? I'm not paying any more for this because I know you want me out."
Yeah, this is not a stabbing cabin.
Oh, it's the nap house.
It's the nap house, yes. It is the nap house. I mean, God forbid we have a late night gig.
It worked out
We
perfectly
all
for
live
me.
at least, 40 minutes from the station. All of us.
What if Snowmageddon comes back
What
around?
if that happens?
We
It
can't,
worked
we
out
can't
perfectly
not
for
do
me.
this, can we? I mean, we got to be
I
here.
think we need to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we expense it? Is the question.
I'm
Every
sure-
month. What is up with
I'm
this?
sure a clever tax guy could work this in as some kind of work expense.
Hey, Riz, can we
For a
talk
write-off.
about this $1,000 expense every month that you put on here?
It's under the
I'm
title
sorry,
of
nap house.
non-stabbing cabin. What is that?
Speaking of the paper versus glass plate thing, a lot of activity on the social medias. In fact, I saw one tweet from last night from a man that was saying the warehouse where he works has been torn apart due to the debate.
Really? Like the people have chosen sides?
Yes.
Wow.
Because Patrico is a mostly paper plate person when he eats meals. Doesn't matter what meal. Doesn't matter if he's at a picnic or eating just dinner with his family. He's a paper plate guy. I'm a paper plate guy only if it's barbecues and picnics. That's it. That's it. I'm like, hey, I'm not a savage. I have glass plates and a dishwasher.
I am neither a savage. I just choose to use
Oh.
paper plates. It's okay. Most of St.
You-
Louis
you
agrees
think-
with me, so it's okay.
You think what you want.
I will.
But I said, you know what? I'm not taking this. And some people on social media were like, man, you know what, Riz? Good for the environment. You're not wasteful because you can't recycle stuff that's got food things on it.
Right.
I've been to the recycling plant. And I said, I'm not taking it from an environmental thing. And we all know about the tire fire in my backyard.
Right, yeah. 6 consecutive months it's
Yep.
been going, is that right? Yeah.
And the 21 aerosol can salute after every
Yeah,
Friday
that's
show.
True.
And my car runs on dead seals.
Sea lions.
That was the last car.
That's
Remember I got rid of
premium.
that one?
Oh, that's
the
right.
I
premium.
got rid of that one. Only the good stuff.
Yep. Dead seals.
But there were people saying that, you know what? Paper plates are sometimes made from recycled goods. So maybe Patrico is the more environmentally friendly person in this argument. I don't know.
the guy who screamed, "I want my carbon footprint to be size 18" yesterday.
That was me. I said that.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care because I wasn't going for the environmental thing on this. Although, come on, it's nice to talk about saving the environment.
Sure.
Keyword, talk about saving the environment. But are we walking the walk, guys? Are we? I recycle. I'm pretty diligent about it.
I know.
Same here.
I think I honestly, and this is, I'm being dead serious here. I think I know one person who consciously every day, no matter what they do, thinks about how it affects the environment.
Jeff Burton.
That is not correct. It's
Oh,
mine.
I do actually.
I'm sure you do, but I'm saying the one person that, I mean, the man says when he goes number one, he doesn't flush.
Same here. I do the same thing. My entire house, I got 3 toilets. They're all
Full of pee.
They're all They're all if it's yellow, let it mellow. All 3 of them.
I just can't.
Although,
get behind that.
with the amount of papers we use on this show, I think we've killed 4 redwoods
A day.
a day. Yes. Am I right, Sticks?
You are so right
That's
there.
right.
But I make sure I collect all that and recycle it every day.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I recycle mine.
At home, I do my best to separate things.
I've gotten to where like red sauce jars and stuff like that. I rinse them out and put those in the
that's
recycle.
not necessary. You don't have to
Rinsing them
rinse them
out.
out.
Well, no, that's more for me because it'll be sitting in my pantry.
Oh, okay.
I just don't want the food.
Yeah, that's
germs
a
and-
pretty big waste of time doing that, rinsing stuff out.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm taking it straight outside, I wouldn't necessarily. But if it's going to be sitting in my pantry,
I still rinse all that stuff out just so my can stays clean.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, your garbage can? You don't put
Yeah.
it in a plastic bag?
What, the recycling? I don't think you're allowed to.
I put mine in a plastic trash can inside, then I take it out to the garage and dump it in the recycle thing. That's what I do.
Yeah, the whole recycle can outside is all loose recycled items. I don't think you can bag it. I don't think you're supposed to. Either way, I don't want to attract raccoons or bugs during the summer or whatever it may be, so I try to make sure it's all clean.
I put my recycling inside dead elephants.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
That keeps them away too.
right.
Yeah, that's,
Did you see the
Remember,
poll?
always thinking about the environment.
yeah.
Did you see the poll, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly on Patrico's side as
I
far as the paper goes.
I think half the population of the Midwest voted on this poll, and it came
Yeah, I mean,
down.
there were hundreds of people that weighed in.
Thousands.
Actually, thousands. Yeah, lots. Maybe the biggest poll we've ever had.
Yeah.
And what was the final? All right, read the question.
Okay, here's the question. And this was very deliberate wording just to make sure there was no, bias sort of presented. If you own regular plates and a dishwasher, is it okay to use #paper plates for the majority of your family's meals? Question mark. Option A, yes. Option B, no. 60% to 40%, yes.
Okay, that's fine. You live how you want to live. It may be wrong, but that's fine. That's fine.
It's not wrong. It's just not the way that you choose to do it.
No, it's wrong.
No. It's not wrong.
Nah, it is. But so let's talk about the walking the walk and talking the talk about being environmentally friendly. Because I was looking into it, and a lot of people, again, on Twitter and social media were going, hey, you know what? Using the paper plates, how wasteful. How are you going to leave this earth for your kids and your grandkids? In better shape than you got it? I don't know. Are you doing all you could do? There are some sneaky things you might not realize are bad for the environment. And after extensive research, I present them to you. 2-day shipping from Amazon. Shopping online is better than going to the mall because you don't burn all that gas getting there. But 2-day shipping forces companies to send out delivery trucks before they're full. So they have to use more gas. Suck it, hippie. Straws. You drinking your can of Coke? Sure, you're gonna throw the aluminum in the recycling bin. In the U.S. alone, we use 500 million straws every day. That's over 180 billion a year. And then they end up in landfills or in the ocean, which is even worse. Suck it, Al Gore. I've been screaming about this for years. Glitter. Oh, how bad. Not only is it bad for houses and cars and
Faces.
faces. Yes. Terrible for the environment. Glitter. You know why? Because it ends up in the water supply. And fish eat it. So it's bad for the same reason as those microbeads they put in body wash to exfoliate your skin. Remember that was the thing for a while?
Yeah.
The microbeads?
Mm-hmm.
The government put a partial ban on microbeads back in 2015. But we probably, and this is unfortunate, won't ban glitter anytime soon. Which it should be illegal.
After Armageddon, there's just going to be a whole bunch of scorched trees and just this terrible-looking landscape, covered in golden glitter. There's like gold, red, and green glitter everywhere. The next species to take over are aliens that come down and go, what the hell are these people doing?
Is it getting in the water because of people showering it off and it on people's clothes and they put it in the washer?
Goes down the drain. And, I mean, let's say you're on the east side and you got a face full of glitter at the end of the night.
Yep.
And then you go home, you take a shower, and that goes down the drain. And sometimes that stuff's not filtered out. It goes into water supply and the ocean, and the fish eat it, and they die. I'm all for banning it altogether. Blanket. I want the glitter industry out of business. And, of course, you know who invented glitter.
Tom Glitter. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Hitler. That's who.
Didn't know that.
You know what else is bad for the environment? Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin, and I'll explain. And the problem is how cryptocurrency is mined. Computers have to use a ton of processing power to solve complex math problems. And that's how blockchain technology works. And it takes a ton of electricity to do it. Earlier this month, the energy consumption associated with Bitcoin hit a record high of 42 terawatt hours a year. That's roughly the same amount of energy it takes to power the entire country of New Zealand.
Holy cow.
Well, I heard Bitcoin took a crap the other day.
Mm-hmm.
As far as price goes.
Right after all sorts of people put their savings into it.
Well, yeah, people were mortgaging their houses.
I just don't get it, and I don't think I ever will.
I read a headline this morning that somebody, 50 Cent made a bunch of money off of Bitcoin.
Did he?
I have buddies that are like...
No, 50 Cent.
I have buddies that are like fully all in on Bitcoin, and they like post everything like, I took $10,000 and made it $50,000. I'm like, this sounds
there's other
sketch as hell.
cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin. I mean, there are other ones that are more reasonably priced that have pretty good backings.
Like Bitcoin type of currency? Is
Bitcoin type of. There's one called, I've been looking at Ripple. And I'm thinking about it.
Really? Ripple.
Maybe just throwing a couple bucks in.
I don't think it's a couple bucks. Like, because when I saw one of my buddies who I respect and think is a legit, smart guy, I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I see you posting all this stuff about how much money you're making with Bitcoin and all this stuff. I was like, how much did you invest for you to make money? And he said, it was simple. It started with a $3,000 investment. And I'm out.
It depends on what you're buying. Some of these things are, look up the price of Ripple.
I was just looking up the 50 Cent thing. The way he made his money on Bitcoin was he earned millions by selling his album, and you can only purchase it using Bitcoin.
Well, I mean, so like one Bitcoin would be worth, I forget what it was. Maybe a couple weeks ago it was like $13,000.
Yeah.
You take that Bitcoin and divide it up into many different parts. So you don't have to buy one Bitcoin. You could buy a percentage of.
Ripple price news: XRP soars by $8 billion as cryptos bounce back.
This says one thing of Ripple is $1.38
right now.
You sure that's not a bottle of Ripple?
Right now it's $1.38. Who knows what it's going to be in 3 weeks?
This is as of last night. Ripple surged in value today after losing around $16.2 billion in its total market capitalization
Or it could
since
go down.
Friday.
What the hell is Litecoin?
There's
That's
all
another
these different things. There's all these different cryptocurrencies. It's hard to keep up.
Ethereum.
You said
Another one?
2.6 billion, Moon?
I'm sorry.
How much did you say? 2 point what something billion?
Well, this has as of 5 years, 5 hours ago, it's up 5 billion. But since Friday, it lost 16.2 billion. So it's bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
Sounds like just investing. Is what
Yeah, that's what it is.
Huh, interesting.
It's like throwing money into a stock,
Yeah.
except you're betting on currency.
But where's the ultimate value of it? You know, it's like the what was that movie with what's the Michael Douglas?
Wall Street?
Yeah, what was there? Wasn't there a remake?
Yeah, it was Wall Street 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Wall
It's where
Street.
remember they tried to save the rec center?
That's right.
But
And
they talked-
didn't. Spoiler alert, they didn't.
They talked about the
Where there was, remember the dance off?
Yeah.
At the end?
they talked about the market and the onion bulb.
Wall Street, money never sleeps.
That's right. Yeah. Then they
Sounds like a rap album.
they talked about a few centuries ago on the market the onion bulb craze and how everybody bought into these
Yeah.
onion bulbs and then it all crashed because there was really no value. It was.
Well, I mean, you could treat it like, it's up a certain percentage, and then you dump it. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't have the money to invest. But if you make a slam, just
I'm taking you all out to dinner.
at the Nap House.
Can we
It's
pay our
fine, the
first
Nap
month's
House,
rent
right?
at the Nap House? Can we pay for our rent in Bitcoin
This is crazy.
at
It
the
says,
Nap House?
it says here that some major companies are no longer accepting Bitcoin as payment after this crash that you said, because now they're going, this is an investment, it is not currency. So
It's an
there's
investment.
So there's some major businesses that are going, we are not accepting Bitcoin as payment.
Yeah, but it's investment.
Yeah, but if more businesses say that we are not accepting this as
It
currency,
may go down, yes.
then it's going to go down even more.
Although there was quite a big company that made an announcement not too long ago about them accepting Bitcoin. Was it Best Buy, or was it? So it was something like that. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure. It's some chain that said they'll be accepting Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm trying to navigate the waters too, Patrico.
Okay.
I just put in.
All I
Why do you look at me?
want to do
Yeah,
is just
thanks.
use glass plates at home. That's it.
Yep.
So I put in who
Go
accepts
for it, man.
Bitcoin.
I did too.
Expedia.com, Microsoft, Virgin Galactic, Overstock.com, Newegg.com, eGifter, Zynga, Subway.
That's what it was. Maybe Subway. I always
mean-
get them and Best Buy confused.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it says that you can find lists,
You ever
current
go to
lists.
Best Buy and ask for a sweet onion chicken teriyaki? And they look at you.
I have gone to
They're
Subway.
always
and
out of Mountain Dew. Always out of Mountain Dew.
I have gone to a Subway and asked for an HDMI cable, though, so you get what you're saying.
It happens.
Oh my goodness! You know who else? Well, it says Whole Foods currently accepts it, but you know who else accepts it is KFC Canada.
Ah.
So if you want 2 Bitcoin for a bucket of chicken,
Now it's you go to Whole Foods, it's 1 Bitcoin for an avocado. They're expensive.
It's like PayPal as well.
All right, our phone number 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Cameras and chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz, on the socials at RIZZ Show, and emails rizshow@1057thepoint.com. Jeff, some emails.
Check out this thread sent in. This is a female. She didn't want to use her name specifically. One of the top comments from an EMT talking about people's teeth being embedded in the driver's head when you don't wear your seatbelt. Patrico, please wear your seatbelt.
Teeth being embedded. I believe my teeth are embedded in my head.
Yeah, I
Maybe
would
it's
like to
into
think.
somebody else's head? No, I don't know.
I'm thinking she's saying
goes backwards like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Up
way.
into your brain?
like
Please.
into your gums.
Okay, because my teeth are embedded in my head currently.
Currently, yeah. She says, please wear your seatbelt. If not for yourself, then those who care about you, douche.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and say that I am wearing my seatbelt. I have ever since we started talking about this. Thanks for the email, biatch.
Ooh.
Well,
I mean,
did
she
say
signed a douche.
Nice. That's a warranted biatch.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
I really appreciated your email until you signed off. Then I don't care what you say.
Next.
Chris is emailing in about something completely different. He says, sup, fellas. Love the show, but I'm a podcast weirdo, so I'm sitting here listening to the show where Tony talks about not wearing a seatbelt.
Are we still on this? Like, did you not hear me just say that I wear my seatbelt now, so we're good.
It's just somebody that cares. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Okay.
Tony, we
He's
all
wearing it
love you.
now.
Tony, we all love you. Please wear your seatbelt. The traffic would be horrendous for your visitation.
You know what?
Douche.
Probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said to you.
No, not really, but
that's
I
from
do
Chris.
appreciate that. They're saying that
Yeah, he's
I'm
saying
loved.
a lot of people would show up to your
They're
funeral.
saying that I'm loved. Thank you.
Now, if you showed up and traffic and parking was bad, Riz, would you just keep driving by going, love you, Tone?
I'd ask somebody to put a traffic cone in one of his spots.
Yeah, you would just drive on while waving at Jeff, who's currently drinking a beer in the parking lot.
With my relatives.
Yeah.
I would ask somebody to put a trash can or some kind of object in a parking spot for me.
I had a guy come up to me at the Blues game yesterday, and he goes, "Hey man, you wearing your seatbelt?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Thank God, because hopefully they stop talking about this." And I go, "They're never going to stop talking about this." So there's that.
Next.
It's not us.
Jason works at Scott Air Force Base, and he loves my witty humor and my one-liners. The "Get the F Out of Here" is his new favorite
this.
audio drop over there. He was nervous about his vasectomy yesterday, so what did he do? He put on his headphones and listened to the podcast while he was getting shaved and cut up.
He didn't go to Dr. Huatma because he only does his
On
vasectomies on
Fridays.
Fridays.
On Fridays, yeah.
So, yeah, I would have been nervous too.
Yeah. I think if he
My
would have.
guy wasn't doing it.
I think if he would have gone there, but it's a Scott Air Force Base, so I'm sure that he's told where to go get this done.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. So, but either way, I think it's funny that somebody was listening to us while
Well, I hope everything went well.
getting a haircut and a snip. That's Jason.
Like when you have to groom down there, we are your show for that.
That is true.
Next.
This is an email about the new punishment for this round of Real or Fake.
Oh, yes. Waffle House, 24 hours.
Brandon says he's a podcast weirdo. I like the Waffle House punishment, he says, but he also wants us to have some sort of eating punishment while there. His suggestion, the loser has to eat a waffle per hour.
Nope.
Nah, that's
There's
too many waffles.
Yeah, it just can't happen. And he says being able to that would therefore you'd have to stay up and eat, and therefore you can't sleep because that takes away from the punishment.
I'm telling you right now,
But I'm
you're not
sorry,
gonna sleep.
sleeping in a Waffle House, yeah.
You're not going to sleep, so don't expect anybody to be taking a snooze.
You're just gonna get in a
Not
booth
if I
and
take
go
an Ambien.
night night.
Oh my goodness. Then you're gonna rob the place.
And
He'll be night waitressing.
Or I'll be robbed.
and the fact that you just said that you're going to take an Ambien, you will for sure have listeners make sure you don't go to bed. And then
Yeah.
you'll just be in this
Oh,
weird
Can you
drug
imagine
state.
that?
Imagine I take an Ambien if I lose, and just I wake up and I'm just in socks because my clothes have been stolen, everything's
Yep.
been stolen.
Looking like Frank and Riz.
Somehow you're the night manager at the Waffle House too.
That's a bad idea.
I don't think I'd be able to sleep.
Yeah, no.
I don't think anybody'd be able to sleep.
No.
By the way, somebody brings up a good point. The fellow in the previous email with the vasectomy, he said he was on base, right? Scott Air
Yes,
Force.
Scott Air Force.
He doesn't have a choice on.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's somebody just was clarifying. Like he probably would want to go to Huatma.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they have their own vasectomist.
Vasectomist. What are you? I'm a vasectomist.
I don't know if that's a word.
That was on my student of the month. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Vasectomist.
A vasectomist. Vasectomist. That's
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah, I
boy.
was in the service. Yeah, what front lines? Nah, vasectomist.
Vasectomist. Base
I was a
vasectomist.
Base vasectomist.
And hair cutter, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I think the punishment's already set. And
Yeah.
I was I guess in the minority, outvoted as far as if you eat a waffle, you could take 15 minutes off of the 24 hours. But you guys didn't like it. Which
Nah.
and why did we not like that?
I think this is punishment enough. And
I think this is a punishment, and there should be no outs.
yeah.
That was my whole. That was.
I mean,
that was my.
you're not gonna eat 24 hours worth of waffles.
I agree with you, but again,
And that's a lot of waffles and a challenge in itself. I like the escape hatch idea because the escape would be painful as well to see
Right.
how many waffles you could consume
Right.
to cut down.
Yeah,
your
because
time.
you need 4 of them, and that only cuts, an hour off, right? Yeah.
And you're still 23 hours, which is brutal as it is.
And now you got a gut full of waffles.
And then you
too.
got a gut full of waffle.
Yeah.
So But I was outvoted.
What do you mean you were outvoted? You didn't win.
Yeah, I was
No,
outvoted.
he said he was outvoted. That means that he did not.
I did not
We
win.
outvoted him.
I goes
I know,
3
but
to 1.
there was no we because the whole
It
point
was
is
us, is what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
He's saying you didn't win the competition. So
Yeah, but we chop up the
Yeah.
punishments.
Said punishment.
Yeah.
We all
I
got to
get that.
agree to it.
I get that. I think I like the fact that you got to do 24 hours. Period.
Don't look at me. Look at him.
That
Why?
was
Because
my fault.
you think he's going to lose? Is
Well,
that what you're
no,
predicting?
I was the deciding, is it 50-50 or is it 3 against 1?
Oh.
And you know what? I regret it now that I think about it, because if you're sitting there for 24 hours, you're gonna eat
Yeah,
waffles.
of course. You're at a Waffle House.
So I would probably eat 3 waffles. There's 45
That's
minutes
45
gone right
minutes
there.
gone.
Can I change my vote?
No, it's too late now, you jerk. And we would have thrown it to sticks. You
Damn
would have
it.
been the decider. What would you have said?
Ooh.
I wouldn't have gone for the waffles, really. Like,
Thank you.
I would have gone for every song that you sing karaoke from the jukebox. It shaves off like 20 minutes.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
my
There's a
goodness.
jukebox there. Well, that's good.
I just sang the whole time I was there. Got out in 12 hours. Reduced sentence. No way. No way. How about like for each pot of coffee you get a half hour off?
That you
You'll be up-
snort.
You'll be up for 4 days.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, great. I get to go home now.
I'm going to run home. Did we decide which Waffle House we're going to do it at?
I believe it's going to be the South County location
All right,
in front
the one
of
near
the
Ronnie's.
Ronnie's.
I'm down with the pot of coffee idea.
Surprise, surprise! There is no Wi-Fi at the Waffle House. We'll have to
We'll have
make
to
our
set
own
that up.
hotspot.
Yeah,
Do a
I'm gonna
hotspot action.
sit down with
That might be better.
I'm gonna sit down with the promotions team sometime here soon, and we're gonna we need the Wi-Fi. You have to have
Yeah, why is that?
because we're gonna be
Oh, we're gonna
broadcasting.
stream it.
We're gonna stream.
Oh,
it
yeah,
live.
okay. I was thinking like maybe that's better so you can't Netflix it or you can't.
No.
Well, I don't want it to be a hotel.
Dude, it's a public Waffle House. So you think? I mean, I'm telling you, like you think that you're just gonna be able to sit there at the booth, pop up your phone, do a little Netflix. Let's catch up on
I'm
the
going to
Office.
invite people to come down and play chess.
I was gonna
Have a
say
chess
you're gonna have
tournament.
people that stop by. The
A Waffle
whole
House chess
time.
tournament. I like it. The first annual Waffle House chess tournament.
Just think about this, Moon. Myself and you were locked inside of a closed mattress store
Yeah,
when we were locked at Mattress Direct, and we had people stop by
at every hour.
10 minutes. People
Yeah.
were stopping by.
You're right. It's gonna be a
We'll
party.
see. That's the new punishment. 24 hours locked. Well, not locked. I mean, it's open 24 hours.
You are required to
You
be
are-
inside of a
you
Waffle
are
House
inside
for
for
24
24
hours.
With no escape.
And we will. I had somebody ask me yesterday at the game. We have not decided as far as a day, like as far as Friday to
Oh, we'll
Saturday.
figure that out. We'll
We're-
figure that
it's
out when
gonna
we get
it's gonna
going.
depend on everybody's schedule and who
Yeah, sure.
loses and
Oh
what we're
man,
gonna do. So.
all Waffle Houses are built the same too, and I think they all have the single stall.
Oh, no.
That works out for me. That's a benefit.
Yeah, but I'm saying anytime that anybody,
Today's Mattress Direct Team Riz member of the day.
if anybody uses the bathroom, they're gonna go, "Oh, great, this is Jeff."
All right, today's Team Riz member of the day is from O'Fallon, Illinois. It's Jordan Bishop.
Hey,
Yeah, Jordan.
Jim, bitch.
Jordan. Jordan's been a fan of The Point ever since he attended his first Point Fest back in 2005, and he has been a dedicated podcast weirdo for almost 2 years now. Loves Friday Fail Stories Freak of the Week, which is tomorrow, and says, I really love all the charity work you guys do to help support St. Louis. And he says, I would be honored to be selected for the Team Riz Member of the Day and would proudly show off that super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey everywhere I go. Everywhere you go?
Everywhere?
I mean, I'm thinking just maybe fancy occasions. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan Bishop, the Team Riz Member of the Day, gets that super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. You know, I was wondering why every time we brought up the Waffle House bathroom, Sticks over there was like twitching.
Yeah.
Oh. You were locked inside a Waffle House bathroom when you were 5?
Yeah, I was about 5 years old.
And where were you? And how did
It
this
was
happen?
it was in one of the thousands that there are in Georgia. I'm not sure exactly which
Yeah,
one.
Waffle House is huge in Georgia.
Yeah, there's one like every 5 miles.
And what happened?
So we were waiting for our food, so I decided I had to go to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom, did everything, and I had locked the door as usual, and I go to open the door, and it was still locked, and it would not unlock. So I'm banging on the door, freaking out, because I'm like young, I'm about 5 years old, and they couldn't figure it out, so they basically had to call a locksmith and get the door open for me.
Wow. Damn. So your parents are trying to get the door open?
Well, I don't even think they realized at first until, like, I didn't come back to the table.
Like 4 hours later. Huh?
They'd paid the bill. They were down the street at JCPenney already.
They're halfway to Salt Lake City. They
Feel
go,
like
oh,
we're
we're
missing
missing
something."
something.
It was like Home Alone 4 or something.
And you're in the bathroom probably crying.
Yeah, I was freaking out. So I try to avoid Waffle House bathrooms at all costs. I mean, even after that, it's just, it's terrible.
I can only think of one thing worse. Jeff being in there with you.
Oh. Wait, hold on. To clear it up, Jeff, who? Who are you talking about?
You.
Oh. Then I would agree.
All right, 6:45, Wednesday. First look at the traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Oh, that is gross.
Coming at you.
And your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. There's police activity westbound 70 at West Florissant. That has 2 left lanes blocked. They're investigating a shooting.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Where is
westbound 70 at West Florissant.
You know what I think? I think I read about. They found a car like riddled with bullet holes and nobody in the car.
Yikes.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so that's blocking 2 left lanes out there. Other than that, things are looking okay. Your point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today we are looking at partly cloudy in the morning, and then it does clear up. Around 36 today for the high. Tonight it's still clear, colder, 29 for the low. Right now it is 29 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather brought to you by CC's. Now at CC's you can order your own personal pizza. There's thousands of ways to customize it your way, included with your buffet. Just $5 and change at CC's. Dine in only. Price may vary. Restrictions apply.
All right, Jeff, what do you got?
A little more on the Oscars. A record year for women as far as the nominations are concerned. Also a very creepy Barney the Dinosaur story and a death in the children's television world.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays and the porno birthday next in your Grab on Celebrities. You know, it's funny to say I grew up with a car dealership, but I could say that I grew up with Royal Gate, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Got my first car ever. First car I ever bought with my own money at Royal Gate. The first Jeep I got back in 2004. And then as, you know, I got married and had kids, kind of got different cars to suit the lifestyle I was at that point. And I love those guys out there. And you know what? I was over there a couple months ago and got that Jeep back again, that 2004 Jeep. Oh, it's now a, 2017 Jeep, but damn it, I got that car back and I'm happy. Royalgate has their Come Out Swing and Sales event, and they're starting the year with the most aggressive deals, trade money, and financing incentives. And Royalgate has 2 dealerships, making them the #1 Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram dealer in Missouri and Southern Illinois, according to Chrysler sales reports. And if you're in the market for a truck, check out the Start Something New event and shop Royalgate for your next new Ram truck. The area's only dealership with multiple locations, it's Royalgate, the driving force in Ellisville and in Columbia, Illinois, just 5 minutes from South County. Online, royalgatecars.com, royalgatecars.com. Man, there's money to be saved at Big St. Charles Motorsports. If you're in the market for a Kawasaki, I mean, Jeff's going to tell you about an incredible deal.
Yeah, I was actually out there yesterday filming something for their social medias and stuff that is going to be coming soon. Really, really cool deal. And I was actually standing there with our video guy, Ben, right next to one of these 4x4s, this Kawasaki Mule. It's a side-by-side. It's built by Kawasaki. It is super, super strong. And the big thing about it is you could use it commercially. You could use it for work, or you could use it just for fun, throw the kids on it and go out in the woods, that sort of thing. You can save like $2,500 on these suckers, plus low financing only at Big St. Charles.
And those Kawasaki Mules, I mean, they're built by Kawasaki, you know, to be strong. Work hard and play hard. There, Jeff.
That's what I say.
That's what you always say.
You can go out there and you can clear the brush. You can do this for your property, but also put the kids on it or just yourself go out. If you're a hunter as well,
Yeah.
It's good for the hunting too.
So you'll find that in the big yellow building at Big St. Charles Motorsports. That's where all the sport bikes are, the wave runners, the side-by-sides. The Indian Motorcycle Shop is attached to that. Up the hill, you have everything Harley-Davidson. It's Big St. Charles Motorsports, Interstate 70, the Cave Springs exit on the North Service Road. Online, BigSTCharlesMotorsports.com, the jackpot of motorcycles.
Rizzuto.
Hey, where were you saying that traffic is again on 70?
Westbound 70 at West Florissant.
Yeah, I'm looking here on Fox 2's website about this bullet-ridden car.
Yeah.
So 70 at Shreve in North St. Louis. Shooting happened around 3:30 this morning. Investigators arrived. They found a white car riddled with bullets. Driver not on the scene. So Patrico was saying 2 left lanes closed while authorities investigate the shooting. Shell casings all over the interstate. Man. I guess they found the shooting victim at a hospital in critical condition.
Wow.
Yeah,
And they don't know how he was taken to get treatment.
It says here that he was taken by a private vehicle. KMOV's website says, man taken to hospital via private vehicle after being shot on North City Interstate.
Wow. So I wonder if it was a Good Samaritan that picked him up or he called somebody. I don't know, but that's what's going on up there.
That's crazy.
And that's why there's traffic.
That's like CSI kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Before we get to crap on celebrities, remember back in the day, Netflix originally started as one of these services where you go on to the website and you pick what movie you want, and they send it to you in the red envelope.
Was anybody a member of Netflix when
Yeah,
they did that?
I was.
Yeah, me too.
Remember that, Moon?
Yeah, I'm trying to think when
There was Netflix and Blockbuster did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was late to the game. I remember that, but I did do the DVD delivery.
Mm-hmm. And you put it in your queue.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Now I remember what it looks like and everything.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You put it in your queue,
Yeah.
and you'd only get like 2 at a time.
I believe it was 2 at a time, and then you watch one, you send it back, and the other one shows up,
Yeah.
and you have like a revolving door.
And you had the red envelope would show up, and Netflix is here.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to open up the envelope the right way so you could then put it back in the sleeve and send it back.
Yeah, and I would always rewind the DVDs before.
That's
I
right.
Yeah,
Be
always
kind.
have
It says
to.
be kind, rewind. Always.
Kind rewind.
But a Netflix co-founder, I guess, was doing a Q&A. And up in, I guess, Sundance is going on now.
Yeah, it is. I actually have a story about somebody there.
And a Netflix co-founder, he said that the company accidentally sent DVDs containing porn to hundreds of its subscribers. So I guess back in 1998, the Netflix was new. And they were experimenting with burning video onto DVD within a 24-hour turnaround. And they used Bill Clinton's testimony about the Monica Lewinsky situation as test footage. So you could call Netflix or go onto the website, a very rudimentary website back in 1998, and you could order Bill Clinton's testimony from Netflix to come within 24 hours to your mailbox.
That's funny.
So Mitch Lowe is this guy's name. He's now the CEO of MoviePass. He said, when you get DVDs, you usually have nice labels, but when you're going fast, you don't have time for labels. And it turns out that the person who was a duplicator also duplicated pornography, not labeled. So they were just shoving them into envelopes. And he estimates that out of the thousands and thousands of DVDs they sent out, a couple hundred had porn stuffed in them. And he says, we told our customers to send them back. Guess how many people did?
Zero.
0.
Oh,
No way.
0. He said not one person sent the porn back.
that's funny.
Not one. Surprise, surprise. Well, you also got to think back in 98, younger people were most likely ordering Netflix and going on the internet.
Oh, that's true.
It wasn't really the gray hairs that would get offended by that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Good point.
Yep.
The interwebs, what's that?
I don't know. The internet gave me this porn.
I don't know. That was funny. All right, here we go. Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrity.
It's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis's only frozen pizza made with 100% real Provel cheese. The 90th Academy Awards are going to be happening on Sunday, March the 4th, ABC. We talked a lot about it yesterday. Going to be hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, second year in a row for him. Some more information about The Shape of Water led the way with 13 nominations. La La Land, Titanic, and All About Eve share the record with 14. So they missed it by what?
So
That'd
The
be
Shape of
one,
Water.
right?
The Shape of Water. It's about the woman who has sex with the fish.
Dunkirk got the second most nominations this year with 8, followed by 3 Billboards, 7. As expected, 3 Billboards. The star there, Frances McDormand, she got a Best Actress nomination, which was fantastic. She's amazing. She's up against Margot Robbie for the I, Tonya. We talked about those things. And Meryl Streep was nominated for The Post, which is her 21st nomination. That breaks the record that was 20, owned by what actress?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep is actually, and she's quote unquote only won 3. By the way, The Post only got nominations for Best Actor, Best Actress. Steven Spielberg not nominated for Best Director. Tom Hanks not nominated for Best Actor, which those are considered snubs. Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are a couple of the few snubs that are being talked about.
I like the snubs.
Yeah.
I like talking about the snubs. Like who didn't?
Right? Yeah.
Who should have? Who didn't?
Do you know anybody that like brags about seeing all the nominated movies?
I think your dad.
Well, my dad my dad doesn't brag, but he tries to watch them all.
I'm not brag, but
Yeah, he
he's one
tries-
that tries to, like your mom and dad try to watch
Yesterday, and you know how like and you've been there, they have like press meals at Scott Trade Center before the games where everybody kind of hangs out. It's all the way from the NHL people that work
Officials,
there, and like I mean it's
Everybody
everybody
has
out there.
dinner before the game.
And I'm standing in line, and I hear the guy behind me go. Somebody goes, "Yeah, I haven't seen Shape of Water yet. I kind of want to see that. It looks very interesting." And this person whips their head around and goes, "I've seen all the movies except for one of them." And everybody kind of just went,
Okay.
"All right."
Okay.
Like, do you want a sticker or a medal of some sort?
Was his eyes closed when he said it?
No, but he was like,
That's when the smug alert.
no, it was like he was a
I've seen
bobblehead
all
though.
the nominated movies.
You know, he was like just waiting for somebody to go, "Oh my God, that's awesome."
Tell me more about it.
But like everybody, like honestly, it like halted the conversation. And the one guy that was originally talking about, okay.
Have you guys seen any of them?
What's been nominated?
Movie wise,
Yeah.
Shape of Water, Dunkirk.
Shape of Water, Dunkirk.
Well, I'd like to see Dunkirk.
For the films, right? Here,
Yeah.
Best Picture. Call Me By Your Name.
I don't know what that's
I've
about.
never
Darkest Hour.
Don't know.
Dunkirk.
I want to see that.
Get Out.
That I've seen.
Lady
I'll probably
Bird.
eventually see that. I don't know what Lady Bird is.
Phantom Thread.
That's the Daniel Day-Lewis movie.
The Post. Shape of
That I-
Water. 3 Billboards.
3 Billboards I'll definitely see.
But you haven't seen any of them.
I have not. No.
There's 5 that I'd like to see, and I've seen one of those 5.
Yeah, there was 5 that I probably haven't even heard of.
Yeah,
You saw Get Out.
I saw Get Out.
Right. That's the movie where somebody walks in a room and they go, "Get out!"
Yep,
Yeah.
and then it's over.
You
Credits.
get out.
It's incredible.
It's different
But it
than
was so
yes.
well done.
It's just a hot
It's like
hit,
just
and then
people
you're
walking
done.
into
Yeah.
rooms and somebody going, "Get out!"
It's a sequel
different
to.
scenarios,
Oh, hey,
like-
come on in.
It's like you walk in on somebody, they're taking a poop and they go, "Get out!" Or
Yeah.
somebody in the shower, they go, "Get out!"
It's a prequel to Can I Help You?
My favorite is they have this one scene where there's a bunch of St. Louis Cardinal fans sitting around, and a Cubs fan walks in, and
they
they
go,
all
"Get out!"
together go, "Get out!"
Get out!
I was like, "Oh, I'm from there."
Remember that little vignette that's in the high school and the kid walks into the wrong classroom and they go, "Get out!"
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Just so
I'm
well
surprised
done.
he's not nominated,
Just
to be
so
honest
well
with you.
done.
Speaking of who's nominated and who's not, it tied a record this year for most ever female nominees. 40 women received nominations in the competitive categories that are outside of the acting this year. In the traditionally male-dominated areas, such as like the cinematography, directing, and film editing, that sort of thing. But Wonder Woman, shut out. Speaking of snubs, shut out. Even in the technical categories, one of the highest-grossing movies of the year, shut out.
I mean, I saw that over the holiday break. It was okay. I didn't love it.
I thought it was great.
I didn't love it.
Well,
It
and
was
you know,
okay.
there is actually a link on the blog for the person down there at the Scott Trade that hasn't seen them. I put a link up on the blog where you can stream, where you can find where to stream each of the movies nominated for Best Picture. So if you want to watch them before the award show, there's a link on the
Legally?
blog. Huh?
Legally stream them?
I guess so. Yeah, like HBO streaming and stuff like that.
Because I don't know if any of are these movies.
No, I mean, maybe Get Out.
Get Out, yes.
Get Out's definitely out. Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, I think, is
Is it?
available on demand. Yes.
Oh.
But
Oh,
like
check
I,
the,
Tonya, I want to see. Is that on demand?
I, Tanya's not
I thought that
nominated.
was still in theaters.
That's in theaters. Yeah.
Maybe before.
No, I'm just saying like a movie like I,
Oh,
Tonya.
gotcha.
It's
Well,
on.
Shape
It's,
of Water's in theaters now.
I mean, I can tell you the link if you want to check it out, but maybe it's by the time March 4th comes around,
Maybe.
these will be out and where you can stream them by then.
Hey, you know what's out now is if you haven't seen it, the new Thor movie. Speaking of superhero
Yeah,
movies,
you said you
man,
really
I
liked
liked
that
that. That was a good one. I thought it was way better than Wonder Woman. Next,
All right. The Producers Guild of America, speaking of movies, recently announced that Wonder Woman 2 will be the first film where they implement their new anti-sexual harassment guidelines. This after douching out Harvey Weinstein, after all his allegations against him were revealed, they began working on a new, like a sexual harassment guideline. This was back in October. Rules include the requirement that all productions comply with federal and state law regarding harassment. Also that film sets, quote, provide in-person anti-sexual harassment training for all members of the cast and crew before the start of the production and prior to every season of an ongoing production. And that each film or television show...
in essence, waste everybody's time going through one of these seminars about code of conduct. Like, you don't know, you're an adult. You don't know what's right and what's wrong. Is what is so sad.
It is
Like,
sad.
you have to go through this training. You know what that is? Covering your ass.
That's what I was going to
is
say. A
what it
little
is.
CYA is what it is. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
covering your ass.
Yeah,
You
each
ever,
Yeah.
we've done these, training things here at
Yeah.
the radio station. The company required stuff. And
Yeah.
you look around, half the people are sleeping.
Yep.
And it's not like anything you don't know.
It's largely common sense.
99.9% is common sense.
Yeah. So somebody who's going to be that 0.1 isn't going to change their mind just because they sat through a slideshow, I would think.
Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to reach my hand under a woman's shirt when she doesn't want it? Huh. Thank God. Thank God they told me.
And the last interesting thing on here, I thought each film and television show have at least two people, preferably one of each gender, to whom cast or crew can report if they should witness some sort or experience some sort of harassment. So somebody needs to be on set that I can go say, hey, look, I'm uncomfortable with what's going on over here.
Wait, so I can't have hardcore porn on my computer and call Helen from accounting over and have her watch it with me?
Oh, Helen's not down, bro. Can't do it.
Well, thank God I was told.
Yeah.
Without the seminar, I wouldn't have known that.
Thank goodness for that PowerPoint presentation, right? This gets creepy than creepier. From 1991 to 2001, David Joyner had a pretty sweet hustle. He was Barney the dinosaur. Barney the big purple dinosaur.
yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
talking about?
Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody remembers this song.
I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss.
It's from me to you.
So is this?
Get him, let it stop it. Get him, cuff him.
There we go. Was he the?
Hard to cuff him, too.
Was he the?
Little arms.
Was he the guy in the costume, or was he
Yes.
the voiceover guy?
No, I believe both. But he's definitely was the guy in the costume. So remember that voice when I tell you what this guy's doing now.
What's he up to? I was wondering.
All right, here we go. His name's David Jordan, and he's a, quote, tantra massage specialist and spiritual healer, which means that he basically has sex with people to, quote, unlock their blocked energy. His sessions.
Wow.
So he went from
What a
being the
job.
guy running around with the kids. His sessions last from 3 to 4 hours, stud. And it costs $350 a piece. He only works
For him
with
to have sex with you?
Yeah, he only works with women, and it gets better. He has about 30 clients right now, whom he calls goddesses. The goal is for the women to achieve mind-blowing finish lines, which he says can be done only through massage alone. But he also prefers having sex with them, too. Quote, when the guy meets the girl, there's a certain energy that takes place that hands on the body alone cannot create. And it gets even creepier. Again, imagine his voice when I'm telling you this. He ain't a fan of condoms.
Oh,
Because
yeah, of course, they're for chumps. We all know that.
No, it's because they, quote, block the energy.
Time out. Isn't this prostitution?
Not
No,
if you
it's
have like a
not.
license or a,
It's
you know
massage.
what I mean?
It's erotic massage.
It runs that fine line. Like if you have some sort of, what is it called,
License?
diploma or whatever that says you're a sex therapist or something to that effect. He's teaching them how to have sex correctly again because they're having problems.
Okay.
I ain't saying it ain't
No,
close.
I mean, I was
Better
legitimate.
racket.
I wasn't trying to make a joke.
Yeah,
a
$350
legitimate question.
and
I'm
I'll have
saying,
sex with
is
you.
this guy going to get busted for saying this?
My question is how many women are just going, I'll pay $350 to have sex with Barney. And does he wear the suit? I want to know if he wears the suit. You guys remember Teletubbies, the creepy Teletubbies?
yeah.
I know your kids were obviously too young
Too
for
young.
it back in the day.
Yeah.
You guys yourselves were too young probably to watch it, but my kids right in the pocket of that. And it actually was only on for, I think, 4 years.
Well, I remember it was, who was it? Jerry Falwell.
Oh yeah.
That
said
said
that
that-
it was a gay cult.
Yeah, because one of them had a
Oh,
purse.
yeah.
That was Tinky Winky, the purple one. And he also had the upside-down triangle, which
Yes.
he said was part of gay pride.
Uh-huh.
Well, Tinky Winky,
Winky.
Jerry Falwell must be happy because Tinky Winky is no longer with us.
What did he die from?
We don't know yet. His name is Simon Shelton. Unexpectedly died last week, age of 52 years old. Not a whole lot of details, but his neighbors say that he may have died from hypothermia after collapsing in the street.
Oh, my God.
Crazy, right?
Wait, what?
Wish he had the suit on.
Simon Shelton, no longer with us at the age of 52 years old. Megyn Kelly calling out Jane Fonda for Jane Fonda's reaction to Megyn Kelly questioning her about her plastic surgery. That ain't going to go away. Yesterday on The View, I know you already saw this, Riz, because you watched The View, but Ann Curry addressed it.
Here's Ann Curry.
Journalists are not supposed to be the story. We're supposed to be, and it's a struggle, I think, for everyone to be, but we're supposed to be humble. We're supposed to use whatever time we're given to shine a light on other stories. I mean, there are so many stories that we're not covering. Not only are we living in a time, but also we're witnessing in what we saw yesterday, a certain amount of meanness that I think is meanness that which we should not tolerate.
Megyn Kelly's not a journalist anymore. She hosts a daytime talk show.
That's not journalism to you, man?
No.
All right.
Then Ellen's a journalist, too.
Ellen, the journalist?
Hey, going back to the Teletubbies real quick. You know, I heard, and I don't know if this is true, that those things were so like hot and obnoxious, and that they would film for so long, I guess doing multiple episodes, that there were chairs inside of them.
chairs built into the costumes inside. Yeah, there's one iconic picture I'm sure
them
you've
eating
seen of
their
them eating
sandwiches.
lunch.
With the
And their
heads
heads
off.
are off
The
and
heads
everything, and they're all just sitting. Yeah, you can't see the chair, but it's built in. And a part of that story that I was going to say was that I think that the guy that we were just talking about that passed away, he was one of the innovators for the chair.
Really?
Yeah, and
He
the guy
donated
who
a
he
chair.
replaced couldn't figure out the whole chair thing. He would constantly fall down and stuff, so that's how he got the gig.
That's funny. I remember hearing
interesting you
that.
brought that
I
up.
remember hearing that a bit ago, and every time I had seen it after that, I was like, "There's chairs in there. I want to see one of them sit down."
And they were apparently super tall too. They're like 10 feet tall.
The picture of them eating lunch or taking a break for lunch. Yeah, it's odd.
And talk about pulling back the curtain. That's very odd to see. You know, as somebody who watched many hours of Teletubbies. So the Super Bowl is coming up, obviously. As soon as the Super Bowl halftime performer was announced as Justin Timberlake, obviously, everybody's wondering two things. Will NSYNC join him, and will Janet Jackson join him? And they stopped Joey Fatone on the street, and they asked him, "Hey, man, you guys with the NSYNC going to be over there with Justin or not?"
The fellas getting back together?
Is what he
the
said.
NSYNC fellas?
Yeah.
I'm here right now. If I was doing something, I'd be at rehearsals right now. So obviously, here's your proof.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. He's doing his thing.
I love these
that doesn't
guys.
mean anything.
No, and I love these guys like the TMZ photographers and stuff that try to engage. Oh yeah. He also asked him. Of course, about whether or not Janet Jackson will be there.
You think that he should maybe get Janet on since she hooked them up in 2004? They had that little fiasco.
Why?
Fiasco.
It would be talked about if
Right.
you know.
100%.
Yeah.
But he's not that kind of person. He's not controversial.
Yeah,
like
no.
that. He
He's
is in a
legit.
sense, but not in a sense to do it deliberately.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're asking Joey. Shut up, dude. And finally, today's Chrissy Teigen So Brave update moment. According to her tweet, Chrissy Teigen has found a gray hair. And
You gotta be kidding me.
Did she run and hide from it, Riz? No, she did not. She posted it.
She posted about finding a gray hair?
Yes, but she didn't post the picture. She just posted that she has gray hair.
Wow, that's probably the bravest thing I've heard.
10
this
million
year so
Twitter
far.
followers saw her post
She's
this.
just like us, guys.
Quote, "I have skunk-like streak gray hair, and I'm actually very into it. My Cruella dreams are coming true."
So brave.
Tonight on TV, ABC has the Goldbergs, and the premiere 6-part Waco miniseries is on Paramount.
Crappy birthdays, Misha Barton.
What is Paramount?
Yeah, what the hell is
That's
Paramount?
the old, it just changed from Spike, remember? We were talking about that at Hot Shots the
All
other
right,
night.
Spike
Yeah.
TV is now Paramount.
Yep.
It is?
Really? Well, what's that mean for the programming?
What was the story? Like the last day of the Spike Twitter account, they were saying a bunch of stuff like, "Hey, see you later," or "We got bought out,
look
and
that
we're
up.
out of jobs," or something like that. Yeah, I'll look it up. Go ahead, Tone.
Misha Barton from the OC is 32. Tatiana Ali.
Oh yeah.
She was Ashley Banks on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is 39. Kristen Shaw. She's from Bob's Burgers.
She got a very distinctive voice. She's on Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, she is one of those. She's also, and God love her, but she's got one of those faces where you're like, "Oh, I know exactly who that is." She
She's
is
funny.
40. Ed Helms is 44. Matthew Lillard, he is Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies. He's 48. Yakov Smirnoff,
Damn it, he loves this country.
he sure does, and he is 67. Aaron Neville is 77 years old. I know exactly what you're going for.
You gotta remind me. When,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Aaron Neville was a reminder-worthy
The
birthday.
Aaron Neville megaphone?
yeah, it's all about the Aaron Neville megaphone. Remember this? There you go.
You know this place only cost me $100? That's a better deal than that Aaron Neville megaphone I bought. Okay, I want to thank you guys for making me activity director for the day. Okay, first of all, can everybody... What the hell? What the hell's wrong with this thing? We're about to start the...
Finally, today's birthday of the day. Yes, another member of the exclusive Mother Effin' Club here on this show. And just yesterday, we talked about him hanging it up, his shiny, bedazzled jackets. But to us, in our ears, the Jewish Elvis,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jewish Elvis.
he will always sing. Neil Mother Effin' Diamond is 77 years young.
You want the latest on this Spike to Paramount thing?
Yes.
Okay, the latest in the tidal wave of tweaks and reboots is Paramount Network, formerly Spike, launching January 18th with a live hour-long version of the massive hit Lip Sync Battle as its stake in the ground. But execs purposely aren't calling this a relaunch. They'll try to forge an identity wholly apart from the testosterone-laced Spike, even though they're importing some of the successful shows to the Paramount Network. They describe it as a home for premium original storytelling. So it looks like they're
that
just
Waco
ditching.
thing, man, looks good.
So what are the shows that are going from Spike
I have
to
look it up.
Paramount? I know
I'm
Lip
sure I
Sync
can-
Battle is obviously one of them.
Sure, I
but
can find a list, but it looks like they're just taking a few of the hits and then doing something completely different.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's Where Fun and Fantasy Meet, is Tabitha Stern. Today's birthday girl, she's been passed around more than the Baked Ziti in an Italian Sunday dinner in 84 fine films, including Foot Lovers Only, Volume 4, Let It Burn, Runaway Butts Volume 2, Natural, Naked, and Naughty, and who can forget her unforgettable role in I Don't Know Him, but I'll Do Him. Tabitha Stern, 42 years old. That is your porno birthday, your crappy birthday, and your crap on celebrities.
Paramount is keeping the most watched series from Spike, including Ink Master, Bar Rescue, Bellator MMA, and maybe a couple others. And then they also landed American Woman and Heathers from sibling channel TV Land.
That's terrific.
I was worried about trying to figure out which number Paramount was, but I don't have to worry about that now.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
From their Twitter account, Spike, before it went away, my favorite number is 329 because it's the number of times Cops is on every single night. That's the kind of stuff they were tweeting.
All right, 7:16 Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Your skin is so loose and wrinkly. It's like I'm just pushing around a plastic bag full of chicken bones.
Good timing.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Westbound 70 at West Florissant. 2 left lanes are closed there because of that investigation of a shooting. Also, westbound 70 between Lucas and Hunt and North Hanley. A vehicle fire has things backed up. That's cleared, but still causing some problems. Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray, brought to you by Victory Men's Health. Experts in low testosterone and ED, victorymenshealth.com. Today, cloudy this morning, then it clears up around the mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies and around 30 for the low. Right now, it is 30 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by IKEA. Get space for all your favorite outfits with 20% off all hemness chests and chests of drawers at IKEA. January 24th to February 11th. Visit your IKEA store or IKEA.com for more details. IKEA, make the dream yours.
Now, as far as winter weather goes, which is the worst month? Is it January or is it February normally in St. Louis?
I'm going to go February.
February is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Or it has been in the past couple of years. And it goes to what? Maybe mid-March?
Yeah.
So it's not too late to winterize your ride. And I'm talking about maybe getting a remote start. I'm talking about maybe getting new floor liners. I'm talking about getting rid of that soft top on your Jeep and getting a hard top. I'm talking about getting new tires for your vehicle, safe for the winter roads. And I'm telling you, Pure Performance, that's the place to go. Pure Performance in St. Charles. Lowest prices guaranteed, satisfaction always guaranteed. First off, the place is huge. And we're talking about a 25,000 square foot facility. And we're talking over $750,000 in inventory. They are the ultimate off-road center. Whether it be your car, your truck, your SUV, they will do any kind of customization you could possibly need or want on your ride. Let's say you have in your garage right now that project car that you're looking to, soup up for the spring. Maybe get out on the track this spring. Go to Pure Performance. They have built some of the meanest 4x4s. If you're into American muscle cars, they got every option you can imagine. It's Pure Performance in St. Charles, just north of the Cave Springs exit off of 70. Their website, pureperformance.com, PURperformance.com.
You know, the stats show that craft beer drinkers are entering the whiskey world through Jameson's new caskmates, and that is no lie. I'm an example. I'm a client because I'm a beer guy, and my introduction to whiskey was on tour with Jameson, and that was kind of the only thing I tried. And but I really fell in love with it. Really started to understand it when I tried the stout edition that they started making a few months ago, the Caskmates, and now they have that IPA edition. It just pairs so perfectly with the beers that I was already into, like Four Hands Citywide, a beer and a shot. It was washing down just perfectly.
Yeah, and what I love about the Jameson side of it is there are so many whiskey drinkers, there are so many Jameson drinkers that don't just drink Jameson exclusively. They'll drink quote-unquote beer, but they didn't know about the Four Hands Citywide guys. So Jameson has this idea about pairing whiskey and beer. They take their casks and they each make their product in the cask and then pass them back and forth. And man, that's where this IPA edition comes from. That's where the stout edition comes from as far as the Jameson Caskmates is concerned. And then the Four Hands Citywide beer, they come to St. Louis and go, hey, you guys want to do this with us? And the product is amazing.
That's right. Sharing is caring. So get your drinking buddies together with Four Hands Citywide beer and Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition and now IPA Edition.
Hey, man, it's Kevin Smith, Silent Bob from all those terrible Jay and Silent Bob type pictures, man. And you're listening to the Rizzuto Show.
So I see Toys R Us is trending on Twitter right now, and there's a reason. Not a good reason. So it was announced yesterday that Toys R Us, they're going to close 180 stores, including a couple in our area. I think the one that we've always been to was the Sunset Hills one.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
that's the
too.
one I used to go to, yeah.
Yeah, that's remaining open. That'll be all right.
Huge store, too, that one is. Holy cow.
So Cape Girardeau, Bridgeton, Chesterfield, those are closing.
Where was the Chesterfield one? Was that by the mall?
THF Boulevard.
I believe that was.
Is that a Babies R Us?
That's a Babies R Us. Yeah. So is it
Same-
Toys R Us and Babies R Us? I mean,
Same parent company?
I know the closings in Missouri. I'm reading the list here. Cape Girardeau, Bridgeton, St. Louis Mills Boulevard, and Chesterfield, 220 THF Boulevard. Also in Illinois, Highland Park, that's closing.
those are both Babies R Us's.
By the malls.
The one on Mills and the one in Chesterfield are both Babies R Us's.
Yeah. Bye-bye. And the company's lawyers said the decision to shut down so many stores was prompted by what they're saying increased competition and a shift by customers towards online shopping. And the closings are expected to begin early next month and be mostly completed by the end of April.
Wow, that's a lot of jobs, isn't it?
Yep.
And you know what? More than that, and I get the whole shop online thing, but you remember when your kids were that age, and really largely with your daughter, you could still be in this boat, just walking around in that store and just letting them experience the stuff that they had there. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I always use Toys R Us as a carrot, dangling in front of their face. Hey.
Look at all this.
You want to go to Toys R Us?
Look at all these things. Oh, I thought you meant like you'd walk them through and go, look at all these things that exist. You better shape up or you're going to have none of them.
No. It's hey, you do this and we'll go to Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it was a reward.
It was a reward, yeah. That's what Toys R Us is good for.
See, with me, it would be take the kids there and let them play with the toys, but not actually buy them.
Are you allowed in Toys R Us?
No.
But, I mean, that's bad news. You got those stores closing. Good news is there is something opening up in the area. Alamo Draft House, the cinema, which there are none here in the St. Louis area. They're big out west. These are really nice movie theaters.
Oh, movie theater, okay.
It's going to be, I guess, the first location. Yeah, Alamo Draft House. Look these up. These are really very nice theaters. First location will be near the IKEA. So Midtown, they're saying. At the City Foundry STL development near IKEA. 10-screen cinema with over 900 luxury recliners, full-service bar, restaurant, 48 local craft beers on tap. And that's expected to open in early 2019. Alamo Drafthouse.
Have they been around for a long time?
Yeah. They're, I think, Texas, California.
I think that, I know this is a reach, but I think I saw them, like their boss, as the subject of that old show, Undercover Boss. I think
maybe,
he went around to all the different movie theaters.
Well, that's
undercover,
a good show,
and,
Undercover Boss. Is that still on?
I don't know.
I don't know if there's new episodes or not, but it's on Netflix. And we went back and we started watching
good
some
show,
of the
isn't
old
it?
ones. Yeah, it's great.
Man, the wrap up when they start telling the sob story gets me every damn time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's $20,000 because my dad passed away too.
Looks like there's one in Kansas City and Springfield, so they've been creeping our way.
Yeah. It's supposed to be very nice. Although we said it yesterday, they redid Ronnie's down at South County. It's nice.
Now that company got bought out, correct?
Warenberg? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Marcus now.
I thought it's Marcus Warenberg. I don't know. I think they did get bought out, though.
There's definitely were changes. The last the last one I went to was branded completely
By the way,
different.
I love the fact that you could go online and pick your seats and reserve your seat. I
Yeah.
think that's the way to go.
That's the best.
Oh, that's the best.
What exactly does that mean? Is it an actual seat in an actual row, or it just says you get a seat?
No, it's a seat assignment.
Oh, assigned seat. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
like you are row one, seat
Got it.
A and B.
That's great.
It's fantastic.
Till a teenager sits in your seat.
And you go, get out!
I didn't. I just like, it's cool, man. I moved over.
Excuse me.
I believe there's a mix-up.
It looks like
yeah, we gonna do some news.
Looks like Alamo started in Austin, and I guess they kind of swung west, and then now they're heading out this way. Looks cool.
2019. We got one here. News sponsored by
Club Fitness, where they welcome everybody. More amenities, more locations, 23 and growing.
Boy, this is a crazy story out of Jefferson County, and this is right out of a movie. So on Sunday, a woman and a man showed up to a BP gas station at Highway 30 and Highway Y. Woman walks into the store, asks the clerk behind the counter, hey, which cigarettes are on sale? She also said in a really low voice, the man she was with is trying to kill me. Like kind of whispering it. The clerk wound up taking the woman into the gas station's office, and the woman told the clerk that the man she was with forced her into his car and promised to drive it off a bridge if she did not cooperate with him. Wow. And she had bruises on her hand, bruises on her arm. Police were called, and before they got there, the guy, 36-year-old Russell DeShields, he had taken off. He's from Sullivan. So earlier that day, the woman was kidnapped from Lake Thunderbird, the subdivision off Highway 30 in Franklin County. He forced her into her car after making threats to kill her. He then drove into Jefferson County, and that's where she convinced him to stop at the gas station. And the next day, Monday, Russell was found at his house in Sullivan. Coward was hiding under a bed.
Wow, so he was found. Good.
He was found. But what a crazy story. She convinces this guy to stop at the gas station.
Wow. Lake Thunderbird. Is that St. Clair?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But thank God they're calling the clerk a hero.
Yeah. So she just like mouthed.
Like, help me.
Oh, my
This guy's trying to kill me. I've been kidnapped. The St. Charles County Police Department looking for 2 people in connection with 2 carjackings in West Alton yesterday afternoon. 2 men stole a gray Toyota Avalon at the intersection of Highway 67 and Highway 94. They ran a red light, T-boned a white Chrysler 300 while speeding south on 67. They wrecked their car, the car they stole. So after abandoning the car, they stole a gray 2016 Dodge Ram pickup with Illinois license plates. This was from a Good Samaritan who stopped to help. Saw the accident. He stops to help. They carjack him.
Wow.
And they were last seen going south on 67 towards St. Louis County. Both men black in their 20s, one wearing a black baseball hat with a star imprinted on it and a gray long-sleeve shirt. The other wearing black nylon pants with a blue stripe. And I guess he was injured after that accident with the Chrysler 300 and was limping when they got into the Ram pickup. If you have any info, call the St. Charles County Police Department. That's by Captain Jim's over there, our buddy in West Alton. Captain Jim's Fireworks. I don't have much info on this, but a man was shot right near the radio station here yesterday. 18th and Clark, near Union Station, yesterday afternoon. 22-year-old guy shot and rushed to the hospital where he died. Anybody yesterday? Well, I saw the story. Well, somebody had tweeted us, like, hey, you guys okay?
Yeah, somebody emailed the show and said the same thing, yeah.
I said, why? Well, somebody was shot near the radio station. Yeah, I wonder if there was a flurry of activity.
By the time I got down here at 4, there was nothing.
Nothing. Just like old hat, just, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, you throw the word again in there.
Yep.
But yeah, by 4 p.m., nothing.
Hmm.
And I come down that exact way.
Yeah. So where was it? So 18th and Clark.
It was basically right by,
That's exactly where the hit and run happened a few years ago.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, where you cross to go over to, if you park here,
Yeah.
go across the Scottrade. Yeah,
Yeah, that stoplight right there where you used to be able to go right into Union Station.
Did
now
they
have
take
that blocked
the bus
off.
shelter away from there?
Gone.
Yeah,
All of
the
them.
street
gone.
there. Yeah, those are all gone.
Every one of them gone. And they took those away because of
Stuff like that.
What I read, riffraff.
Wow. Yeah, so right out here. So here's what happened yesterday, by the way, with that bad accident on 40, which was kind of developing and breaking as we were on the air. I mean, a horrific accident.
Really bad.
And, of course, with something, a big news story, the misinformation. First, it was 15 cars involved. Then it was 2 people dead. Then it was 1 person had died. And it was, 10 cars and then 5 cars. Here's what happened yesterday. And the accident happened around 8:20, 40 east, just west of 270. So basically 40 in Mason. A Honda Accord caught fire after being rear-ended during a collision with a tractor-trailer, an 18-wheeler. The tractor-trailer could not stop in time. 5 other vehicles involved in the accident. 3 people, including an infant, taken to the hospital with minor injuries. 1 man, the driver of the Honda, died. He was in his 30s. The truck hit the car so hard that the motor of the truck was in the backseat of the Honda. And the truck driver said he did all he could to try to stop. And those tractor trailers take a pretty big distance if they're cruising.
Yep.
And they always say, man, leave enough room. Don't cut in front of these guys. You always have to leave enough room for them to stop. Because it takes a lot longer for them to stop than your car to stop. Your little Honda Accord. So the trucking company is out of Kansas City. The Missouri State Highway Patrol said it appears that the truck driver did nothing wrong. Now, authorities said they were looking for drivers of 2 vehicles who were involved in the crash but drove off. Witnesses at the scene say another car was swerving through the lanes that might have caused a Honda Accord to cut off the semi. Now, right now, they're saying that the Accord cut off the truck to make a quick exit onto 270. One trooper said when it cut the lane in front of the tractor trailer couldn't stop and struck the vehicle, and that kind of caused a chain reaction.
I just looked it up, and it says going at 55 miles an hour in general, it'll take an 18-wheeler 2 full football fields lengths
200 yards
to stop.
So if you cut in front of a semi and you got to stop short, that thing ain't stopping. And you're going to be underneath the car. You're going to be underneath the truck. And that's what they're saying may have happened yesterday.
And that 200 yards, that's if the driver is paying attention and immediately starts braking and all that stuff. It says it's about 40% longer than a quote-unquote normal average car.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was just a terrible scene. And on Fox 2, I guess somebody had taken a picture of just when it happened. And you see the car on fire and the truck driver getting out of the cab. I mean, I can't imagine what's going through his head.
Yeah.
And that Honda Accord was underneath the truck. Just a horrific accident. And they're looking for the people that may have been swerving in and out of lanes.
I remember seeing online, people were like, wow, I can't believe they removed the truck, but just left the shipping container there. That's how it burned away.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't move anything. That literally burned away.
Yeah. Terrible story. Yeah. You know who Tammy Duckworth is?
Nope.
One of the 2 senators from Illinois. Senator Tammy Duckworth. A war hero, actually. She's got, I think, 2 prosthetic legs. She served. Well, she is set to make history as the first sitting senator to give birth after confirming yesterday that she's expecting her second child. And in a statement, quote, Brian and I are thrilled that our family is getting a little bigger, and Abigail is ecstatic to welcome her baby sister home this spring. As tough as juggling the demands of motherhood and being a senator can be, I'm hardly alone or unique as a working parent, and Abigail has only made me more committed to doing my job and standing up for the hardworking families everywhere. Now, according to CNN, Senator Duckworth is one of only 10 women to have given birth while serving in Congress. She's due in late April, and she's 50.
Go her.
Wow, reading into what happened to her overseas, crazy.
Yeah, tell the story.
She was in a Black Hawk helicopter. She was she was basic. I guess she was just a service member, and she was in a Black Hawk helicopter, and they were just flying from point A to point B, and a rocket-propelled grenade fired by insurgents right in there, boom, brought the helicopter down. She lost her right leg near the hip and her left leg below the knee.
Yeah. But she's 50 years old and having another kid. And is the first senator to give birth while in office.
The explosion almost completely destroyed her right arm as well, breaking it in 3 places and tearing tissue from the backside of it. The doctors reset the bones in her arms and stitched the cuts to save her arm. Luckily, they almost had to amputate that as well.
Yeah, quite a story. So congratulations to the Duckworths.
Yep.
All right, more news after the break. It's 7:43. What do we talk about? School shooting yesterday in Kentucky. Mixed results in a new report on e-cigarettes. And have you heard of Apple's HomePod yet? You know what that is?
Nope.
That's Apple's answer to the Echo.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll tell you when that goes on sale. All right, first, another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
This guy sounds like such a moron.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Westbound 70, that earlier car fire is clear right there at Lucas and Hunt, but still causing some problems. Also, a disabled vehicle is outbound on 70 right there by 3. And southbound 255 at 143, an accident is reported. A Your Point forecast from Fox News' Dave Murray, brought to you by Emco Ranger Pest Control, protecting what matters since 1965. Today, cloudy this morning, then it does clear up around the mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies and around 30 for the low. Right now, it is 29 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather, that being sponsored by IKEA. Get space for all your favorite outfits with 20% off all hemness chests of drawers. Only at IKEA. January 24th to February 11th. Visit your IKEA store or IKEA.com for more details. IKEA, make the dream yours.
So over the holidays, your carpets took a beating. You had all these people over. They're dropping food all over the place. You got the kids. You got the pets bringing the outside inside. So your car's dirty. You got bacteria in there, dust, dead skin cells, dander, all that stuff. So it's time to get clean. For the health and safety of your family, it's time to get clean. I want you to call Zero Res. Call Zero Res for that carpet cleaning for a number of reasons. Number one, they'll give you a great deal when you mention the Riz Show. I've had them at my house. Patrico's had them at his house. Moon a couple times at his house. So you get a great deal. And when they're done, I mean, your house smells terrific. The carpets are cleaned. And they use patented empowered water. So it's safe for your kids. It's safe for your pets. You know, they live on the carpet. Your house is not going to smell like a janitor's chemical closet. Zero res, zero residue left behind. No soapy, sticky, dirt-attracting residue left in your carpets when they're done. Just a nice-smelling, clean carpet. So call Zero Res, mention the Riz Show, 314-474-2020, 314-474-2020, online at ZeroResSTL.com. Zero Res, spell it backward and forward, spells the same, Zero Res. All right, so 2018 is the year you stop renting and you are going to buy a home. Good for you. Congratulations. Going to buy a big boy house, big girl house, be an adult, own your own place, own your own plot of land. How about that? So before you even call your realtor, I want you to call Kevin Putney, call the 123 Mortgage Team, have that 123 advantage, and get qualified and approved. This way, listen, you know, A, how much house you can afford, and B, when there are multiple offers on the table for that dream home of yours, you're good to go. You're like, hey, I already got the money ready to go. Let's do this. And Kevin Putney's going to make the whole process simple and painless. Listen, you have a choice to make. You could go with the out-of-town bank where you're truly just a number, or call the local guy. Kevin's a great guy. 314-862-0123, 314-862-0123, or refinance. Save some money every month. If you haven't done that yet, you are leaving money on the table. 314-862-0123, online at 123mortgage.com. The 123 Mortgage Team is a division of My Mutual Mortgage, an equal housing lender, 7514 Big Bend Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri, 63119, NMLS 12901.
The Rizzuto Show.
All right, our phone number 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Cameras in chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz, on the socials at RIZZ Show. Still to come, your chance to win your way into our Bud Light Super Bowl party. We also got tickets to go see Jack White over at Chaffetz on April 25th, and tickets for the just announced Foo Fighters show happening at Scott Trade Center Saturday night, October 13th. Tickets on sale this Friday at 9 a.m. So you hear about the school shooting that went down yesterday? First school shooting of the year. You hate to say that. First one of the year.
Yeah, it's January 24th.
A 15-year-old boy, 15-year-old girl killed yesterday and at least 18 others injured when a fellow student opened fire at Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. 15-year-old suspect has reportedly been taken into custody and will be charged with murder and attempted murder. And the Kentucky State Police took him into custody. He was armed with a handgun when he walked into the school just before 9 a.m. and started shooting. The first 911 call was received 2 minutes later. And the victims ranged in age from 14 to 18 years old. Of that, 14 were male, 6 were female. And as of last night, 3 victims remained in critical condition. 1 victim was in stable condition at the hospital. And here are a few descriptions from students and police who were on the scene.
Got one shot in the head, one to the back, and one to the abdomen.
I heard like 2 shots and I turned around and behind me I see like this big figure of a person and I just see like fire coming from a gun.
Well, I mean, it just ran. That's all I can say. When I looked through the door, I'd seen one of the students that had been injured, and I had to back away from the glass. I couldn't look at it anymore.
I was talking to one of my buddies in the Commons, and he got shot in his chest. We ran out together, but I lost him. I don't know where he went.
And he was apprehended. There's no way to know at this point how much farther it would have went.
Yeah, has there been a motive talked about?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't seen anything.
Neither have I.
Well, I know the first camera on the scene was a cameraman from one of the local television stations who had just dropped his daughter off at the school. Wow. And the daughter called him and said, hey, there's somebody shooting here. And the camera guy turned around, and he was the first on the scene. A new report on electronic cigarettes.
By the way, they're saying that this is the 11th school shooting of the year.
What?
God.
11th?
Mm-hmm.
I would not be opposed.
School cafeteria outside of Dallas, charter school parking lot in New Orleans. Before that, a school bus in Iowa, college campus in Southern California, high school in Seattle, all of these just in 2018.
Wow. I stand corrected.
Maybe those were...
Unfortunately.
Maybe those were like maybe no injuries, maybe no
Right.
maybe no death. So you don't hear about them nationally.
Maybe it's the first school shooting with casualties.
Yeah.
I stand corrected, but
Unfortunately, stand corrected.
I would not be opposed to metal detectors.
In all schools?
In all schools, yeah. I remember the first time that I went into a school with the metal detectors, I was in high school, and I thought, wow, this is ridiculous. And I realized, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. On the off chance that it saves one of these schools from this happening.
Sucks. A new report on electronic cigarettes out yesterday found pretty mixed results, with it not clear yet whether they are overall helpful or harmful. So the Food and Drug Administration requested the report from the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, that committee, which found that e-cigarettes can potentially help smokers of regular cigarettes quit, but can also make younger people, adolescents and young adults, more likely to move on to smoking regular cigarettes.
I think I can see why. Are you going to explain why?
Well, so it's okay. So if you're an adult and you get and you want to stop smoking regular cigarettes, you move to the e-cigarettes. Okay. But if you start with the e-cigarettes, you're as a young person, you're most likely to go up to regular cigarettes.
Right. Eventually, the e-cigarette's not going to be enough.
Right.
Yeah.
So the report, which reviewed more than 800 studies, said there are no long-term studies on the health consequences of e-cigarettes. But that while they contain, numerous chemicals that could be toxic, it is less than in regular cigarettes. And switching from cigarettes to e-cigarettes significantly reduces exposure to many cancer-causing chemicals.
So if nothing else, it could be, as of right now, the lesser of two evils.
Yes. But it's kind of inconclusive. Again, there are no long-term studies yet. But this to me says, okay, it's better than the regular cigarettes, but
It sounds like to me, as a child, you should just start with cigarettes and then therefore, when you get older, move to e-cigarettes. That's what it seems like.
I took from this that they're saying, like, if you're an adult who has smoked your entire life, e-cigarettes are essentially good for you. Better for you. If you're a kid and you're like, I don't want to smoke, but this peer pressure's killing me, I think I'm going to do the e-cigarette. It's going to make you want to smoke cigarettes.
It's going to make you smoke regular cigarettes. So Apple, they are finally releasing their smart speaker called the HomePod, and that's going to compete with Amazon's Echo and Google's home speakers. And pre-orders will begin on Friday.
How do you think this will do?
Extremely well.
Agreed.
Well, what are the prices for the regular Amazon one and Google Home?
Yeah, the Echo Dot is what, $99?
Echo Dot is $49.99.
Okay, so 40. So how?
And
what's
the
regular one, the Amazon Echo.
The big Echo is like, I think, $100.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more. Maybe $149.
This is $349. So pre-orders Friday, store sales for the HomePod will begin 2 weeks later. So like the Echo and home speakers, HomePod has a voice-activated assistant, Siri. HomePod is tied to Apple's music streaming service and is supposed to be able to learn people's musical taste so it can automatically find and play songs that they'll like. Or I could not spend $350 and put on whatever song I like through my Bluetooth speaker via my phone.
There you go.
The way that I look at it is your iPhone that you have in your pocket that cost you almost $1,000, everybody that just got the X, okay? It does the exact same thing, if not less, than the brand new Samsung that just came out that cost $400 cheaper. Okay, but people still went nuts and went and bought it because it's Apple.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing with this because it's going to be so much easier to hook up to your Apple TV and your Apple this and your Apple that.
Yeah, it's going to interface better with
Oh.
It's going to interface better with the Apple products we have now.
I'm fairly fully integrated into the Apple world, and that's my jam.
That's my jam.
But I I feel funny about these things anyway because I feel like they're listening to me. But I also this goes along with social media and everything, and I think it's cool that it's telling that it's going to gather what I like and then give me more of what I like. But my worry is really with your biases turn into tendencies, your tendencies turn into algorithms with all these social media and then and these types of things, and then those algorithms turn it right back into more biases and just shove your already existing biases back at you.
You're not against the Apple HomePod. You're just against these things, period.
Well,
I just don't think I like it.
I think it's always weird when something learns your tendencies.
And then feeds you the same thing.
It's like when you're on a website and you go, you look at some of the ads and you go, how does it know I'm in the market for
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
a coffee table?
What's even creepier is
that's
when
terrible.
You look at something on Amazon on your phone, and then you go into work, log into your computer, go to Facebook, and there's ads for whatever you were looking at home on your phone.
What I mean,
because it tells you they're selling your information to a third party who are then using it for advertising.
Yeah, but I'm saying it more of a base. More of like the base fear and problem with it is it's legitimately It's turning all of your already existing biases, the things that you follow on Twitter, your political leanings, your education leanings, all of that, and it's turning into an algorithm and then feeding you more of that, making you feel like that is the only world out there. So it's making you less open-minded, and it's doing that to every single one of us, and it's polarizing us, and it's separating
you're
us.
looking a little too far into it?
No way. I think it's an absolute. No, you're crazy, dude. I think it's an absolute fact.
It's a fear that you have built inside of you.
You're out of your mind. It's a goddamn fact. It's a fact. If I follow this, and this, and this, and this, because I'm only into that, what do you think Facebook and Twitter and all these things are going to do when they're turning what I'm already into an algorithm that then gives me more of that?
I just want my home speaker to know I want to hear REO Speedwagon now.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I bet if I asked her right now, Alexa would play REO Speedwagon for you.
Wait, you don't think you're in that vortex? Like, I mean, all of this is creating.
Sure, but it doesn't bother me.
But I'm saying I think it should maybe. I think it's. You don't think our world right now is polarized more than it has been in recent decades? In recent decades, you're getting a little bit more spillover from things that aren't necessarily what you already subscribe to. Therefore, it's kind of challenging you a little bit to think a little bit more, and you're getting a little bit more details and a little bit more facts on somebody else's truths.
All I want is my HomePod when I walk in a room to play Who Let the Dogs Out.
Uh-huh.
You want to see if she wants to play something for you?
Yeah, but she's not hooked up to anything.
What do you mean?
Go ask her.
Hey, Alexa, play me a song.
You're gonna tell her what song to play.
Well, let's see what she says.
Getting the last tune-in station you listen to. K Shady Radio.
Slim Shady Radio?
I don't know what that is. Ask her to play a specific song for you.
K Shady Radio on TuneIn Live isn't available right now.
K Shady?
K Shady.
Maybe that's KSHE Radio. K-She Radio.
Maybe it was one of the satellite stations.
Maybe it's Slim Shady.
Slim Shady Radio.
Maybe.
Who listened to Slim Shady Radio last?
Not me. It's been weeks.
Which one of you jerks?
It's been weeks for me.
We've had tape over her mouth for a while now.
Yeah,
we had her
she started liking it.
on mute or whatever.
How about Sweet Caroline?
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Hey, Alexa, play Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline.
I didn't find music by Neil Diamond in your library.
What?
It's available with Amazon Music Unlimited.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Sales pitch.
That's exactly what.
There it is.
Well, that's the thing. That's exactly what you would hear with the Apple thing, too.
It would have been great if she would have said, because Moon doesn't like it.
What do you mean?
What?
Hey, what is
in your head?
What is the
These guys are crazy.
best known brand of beer in the world?
Best known brand of beer.
What do you want to play?
Yeah, shut up.
You're done.
You better shut her down.
Dude, as soon as you said shut up, she turned red.
She's blushing.
Shut her down.
She's blushing. Bud Light.
No, it's Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The goddamn king of beers. Where you been?
Right over here, sir.
They make it right down the street.
They do.
Well, apparently, and I think this is very misleading, by the way, because the headline was Budweiser no longer among America's top 3 beers.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Like Budweiser.
Yeah.
Not Bud Light or any of those.
Well, that's what I think is misleading. Because you think all Budweiser products. Bud Light is now the #1 beer in America.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you said
Bud
it, for some, we have the tendency to think of the company.
Yes. Yeah.
So Budweiser number 2?
No, Budweiser, the beer itself, is number 4. But Bud Light is number 1.
Okay, so Bud Light number 1, probably
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite number 2, and
Coors.
Coors Light is second place.
Dang, Light.
Miller Lite is third place.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's what it is. That's why it's so misleading.
And get out of here with your already people with the Bud Select, because that's like only popular here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like
they don't really sell it anywhere else.
No.
Bud Select.
Do you remember when Bud Select first came out? I remember people lost their minds. They were like,
I like Bud Select.
This is incredible.
It's like Budweiser, only it's Select.
Well, you know what was really good, and we had this before the Christmas break, was the Repeal Reserve Lager.
Yeah, that is good stuff.
The 1933 Repeal Reserve. I know it was a limited run, but man, that was good. So Bud Light is the #1 beer brand in America. And it's 3 light beers that are the top 3. Then your OG Budweiser's number 4.
Does it have the few after that?
I don't have that.
You know what my favorite thing is? And I remember.
You can look it up. It's the sales reports from Beer Marketers Insights, if you want to look that up.
I love this is when people go, you like Bud Light? You like drinking water? Like that, when compared to like craft beers that are a lot heavier and everything. I don't know about you guys, but the last time I drank Bud Light, not once did I go, man, this tastes like water. It's a light beer, sure. But sometimes you don't want the heavy beers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want a nice, refreshing beer. And that's what Bud Light is.
You said in the world, or was that the U.S.?
U.S.
Trying to find
U.S. sales
list here.
Hey, so remember a couple weeks ago that whole thing in Hawaii with the accidental emergency that a ballistic missile was coming their way?
A little oopsie.
And do you know why it took 38 minutes for the alert to be revoked? Well, the governor of Hawaii admitted on Monday that the reason it took him so long to inform the public about a missile alert false alarm was because he forgot his Twitter password.
Wait, what? What does Twitter have to do with anything? Was that his way of alerting the public?
He says, well, people ask him, like, hey, why didn't you, the governor, put out, like, hey, this is a false alarm? He says he forgot his Twitter password. Quote, I have to confess that I didn't know my Twitter account logons and the password, so certainly that's one of the changes I've made. I've been putting that on my phone so that we can access the social media directly. So
it's a great idea up until you don't remember your password. He's like, changed his password to ballistic missile 123.
No, it's even better. He goes, don't worry, guys. I've now changed my password to 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we're all set.
A couple things on Twitter. Number one, Jamie says Bud Select is literally brewed for St. Louis.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't find it anywhere else.
And a bunch of people saying that they're listening to us right now on Alexa, and when we said play Neil Diamond's "Sweet Caroline," their things switched over and played Neil Diamond's "Sweet Caroline."
Yeah,
play Jamiroquai.
A bunch of people in the chat room said that whatever we say happens. So when I sit there and I say, "Hey Alexa, rap,"
Tyler on Twitter said, and maybe this is a better way of putting it, Moon. Let me see if he's right or not, and not so many words. I think what Moon is trying to say is that if Google knows you watch Fox News, it's going to tailor more stuff related to Fox News on all your social medias and internet.
Yeah, and especially
you'll be
Facebook.
dug in on your Fox News biases.
Yeah, you're only hearing what you already believe. It's just reinforcing your own biases.
You said it in a way shorter, more concise way.
Well, that's not hard to do. Versus me. I can get wordy.
You took the scenic route.
Well, I was trying to explain it a little bit,
Tyler used Waze and went and said direct route.
Sorry.
And finally, in your news, a 9-year-old girl from New Mexico brought a bunch of gummy candies to her school to share with their fellow classmates. Huh, did you bring enough for the class? I sure did. And after eating the gummies, some of the kids started feeling sick. Some of them started getting dizzy. And one of the teachers was like, wait a minute, let me see the wrapper. Let me see that gummy wrapper. So she grabbed one of the gummy packages out of the trash, looked and said, nope, this ain't candy. The gummies belong to the 9-year-old's grandfather. Yep. It was Pop Pop's THC pot candy.
Oh, boy.
And just so you know, not every kid who ate the candy got sick. Some of the students, they say, quote, got giggly.
Some of the students got super awesome.
And wanted to go to Taco Bell. Can we take a field trip to Taco Bell?
Do you have a gummy? Yeah, I'm not full. Is there a Five Guys around here?
Is there a Jack in the Box? Well, I could really use some of those Jack in the Box tacos.
No, I'm 9, but if you buy.
The school sent home a letter kindly asking parents to be aware of their edibles lying around.
The school sent home a letter and said their students are now the most cool people they know.
And they're about a day behind on the curriculum.
By the way, medical marijuana is allowed in New Mexico, so I'm not sure if Pop Pop's going to be in trouble or not.
I'd imagine if you have, even if you
Pop
have a
Pop's got
script for
glaucoma.
You guys still be responsible for having your 9-year-old grandkid find it, though, right?
Yes, I would think.
Yeah.
And that is your news, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. All right, 8:13. On this Wednesday, another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Coming at you.
And your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, we are looking at a couple things. Eastbound 30, right after Gravois, there is an accident that has just been reported there. Southbound 255 at 143, an accident there. And 79 in both directions between M and TR Hughes. There was a traffic incident. It's now clear, but still causing some problems. Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, cloudy this morning, then it clears up around the mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies around 30 for the low, and right now it is 30 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by CiCi's. Now at CiCi's, you can order your own personal pizza. There's thousands of ways to customize it your way, included with your buffet. Just $5 and change at CiCi's. Dine-in only. Price may vary. Restrictions apply.
All right, Patrico's got your sports after the break. We'll find out how Carter the starter did yesterday. And we got your headline Who's next. So everybody needs insurance. Everybody wants a good deal on that insurance. And this is why you should call my insurance agent, Tracy Bibb. Tracy Bibb at Allstate Insurance. And how about your new insurance agent, Tracy Bibb, giving you money? How about $500? Now, let's say in the past 60 days you bought a Chrysler, a Dodge, a Fiat, a Jeep, a Ram, or a Hyundai. Yeah, you're qualified for a $500 thing. When I got my Jeep, hey, Tracy, just got a new Jeep Wrangler. Need to transfer the insurance over, get rid of the one car into the new car. Hey, go to this website, punch in the info. And then a couple weeks later, boom, $500. Simple as that.
Or your car breaks down on the highway again. 30 minutes later, Tracy Bibb had a tow truck there for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, great customer service. You may not always need Tracy Bibb, but you know she's there for the just in case. That's what insurance is. Just in case. You want to be prepared. You want to make sure you are covered. Call Tracy, 314-352-4494, 314-352-4494, or 1057thepoint.com/quote. Tracy Bibb, Allstate Insurance. Are you in good hands?
So Steak and Shake has a new value meal. And listen, I love Steak and Shake, but there's something I love more than Steak and Shake. And that's Steak and Shake and saving money. And tell you what, this is an absolutely unbelievable deal because if you want some delicious Steak and Shake food for a great price, how about this? 2 of their very famous menu items for $3. This is a great opportunity for you to swing by there for lunch and grab yourself something to go at a great price. So they have the All-American Steak Burger. You can get that and a medium fry. Again, 2 items, $3. Or try the spicy Chipotle Steak Burger, which is pepper jack cheese, jalapeno slices, Chipotle sauce, and get yourself a smoky BBQ burger, which has got crispy onions and barbecue sauce on the already famous steak burger. You can get those 2 items combined, again, for $3. It's a great chance for you to enjoy Steak and Shake and not spend money. Listen, you probably got, what, $3 in your cup holder right there right now and change? Get yourself lunch with that money. And not only just get yourself lunch, get yourself some delicious lunch from Steak and Shake. So the menu options are great. They have the Swiss and mushroom steak burger, grilled cheese, the steak frank, and again, like I said before, the world famous thin and crispy medium fries. 2 of those items for $3 at Steak and Shake. You can pick them up right now. The All-American Steak Burger looks fantastic. So does that spicy Chipotle Steak Burger. The Chipotle sauce is to die for. Again, 2 value menu items for $3. Get it today at Steak and Shake.
The Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
Patrico's got your sports here in a moment. It's the Bud Light Super Bowl party at the Beer Garden. Join us for an exclusive Bud Light party at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery Beer Garden. Super Bowl Sunday, February 4th. Watch the game on the big screens. Tons of food, prizes, flat screen TV being given away at halftime, and the ice-cold Bud Light all under the giant heated tent of the Beer Garden. You got to be 21 or older to get in, and you can't buy tickets, but you can win a 6-pack right now. Caller 105-314-969, dude, 314-969-3833. Caller 105. You will get a 6-pack of passes for our Bud Light Super Bowl party at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery Beer Garden. Go to the details and another chance to win at 1057thepoint.com/Bud Light. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of Super Bowl 52. You know, an email just came across over the break, and for once, it's actually pro-moon.
That is true.
Why would you say that? Why would you put that in people's heads?
I'll move this to the Pro Moon folder. Oh, I got to create one.
Oh, now see that was not nice
The sneaky
at
ways
all.
you abuse people.
I love you, buddy.
He is stealthy like that, isn't he?
What a great laugh. I want to save that laugh. I want to save that laugh forever.
Go ahead. Somebody has high praise for our dear
this
Moon.
is from Mike. Mike says, Moon just made one of the most relevant, topical, and important observations that I've ever heard on this show regarding the home speakers and other devices / social media and their potential to trap people in self-contained loops of biases and values. I realize this show is primarily geared around entertainment alongside of information, but I feel like you guys missed the chance to truly deliver a message that most of the population needs to hear. Keep it up, Moon. That's from Mike.
And here's what
Thanks,
I have to
Mike.
say about that.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
In case you thought you were listening to NPR.
I appreciate it, Mike. One of my best friends over here called me a fearful, crazy person for that exact same point. You.
I
Michael.
didn't call you a fearful, crazy person.
Michael.
Yeah, you did.
You just made that up.
No, you basically said that.
No, I said I think you worry about it too much. Where in the world does, hey man, you worry about that too much, does that turn into fearful, crazy person? You just said what
From
your internal
there,
monologue
in between.
From there to here.
Yeah, your internal monologue just took that.
Maybe
You're the
so.
type of person where I'm like, hey Moon, how are you? And you go, what the hell's your problem?
All right. Is there anything else?
Well, thank you, Mike. Point taken.
I do think that's a relevant conversation.
It is a very relevant conversation.
I think it's important for us to know, too, going in. And the show does have a responsibility for
Well, and
social
you know what?
commentary.
Maybe the way you explained it, it kind of went. Tyler on Twitter explained it. He's like the moon whisperer.
Sure. Well, yeah, but you got to remember,
He broke it down for
I'm
me.
also reacting immediately,
Yes.
and I don't have time to like gather my thoughts. I'm
Yes.
a good wordsmith if I have a few extra seconds, but that's not how radio works.
And you will get played off.
You ever hear bright and tight?
Yeah.
Let me answer that for him.
Patrico has got your sports here. But a non-scientific poll has proven what you probably already know. Or at least what you wanted to be true. The entire nation wants the New England Patriots to lose the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Except in New England.
And they're split.
And North Dakota.
What? I think the Galaxy wants the Patriots to lose.
So right after the Eagles and Patriots won their respective championships on Sunday, a betting website started combing social media for the hashtags like hashtag Fly Eagles Fly or hashtag Go Eagles, hashtag Go Pats, and hashtag Go Patriots. And they kept track of which states these posts were coming from. And what they determined, again, totally non-scientifically, is that every state in this great union of ours is rooting for the Eagles. Except for Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, and for some reason, North Dakota.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wonder what. There's got to be some sort of direct reason.
For North Dakota, huh?
Yeah, we just haven't
maybe there's
figured
a lot
it
of
out.
transplants.
Could be.
You know what's funny
Maybe
is
something
remember
with the broadcast.
Remember on Monday when I said like when a team loses, like it doesn't bother me. Like the Jags lost to the Patriots, and it doesn't bother me. Now that we're getting closer to the Super Bowl, oh man, it's driving me nuts.
That the Jaguars lost?
Yeah, man.
You could have been there. Yeah, you should have been there.
4 points away, man.
I know.
Like
That's a
it's
tough
truly
loss.
killing me.
That
Tough
sucks.
loss.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, remember? I mean, like everybody was so happy for the Falcons, not even rooting for the Falcons, but happy that they were about to pull it off, and then it was just like,
they
oh,
should've.
come on,
yeah.
man.
Should remember the big comeback. Remember that whole thing?
Oh, I do.
It was a heartbreak.
It was a heartbreaker.
Not for everybody.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for me. If you remember our bet.
Oh, you guys had
our
money on it?
tushes were safe.
No, it was the two of us against the two of you.
Oh, that's
And you
At the
guys,
Super
you
Bowl
guys were
party.
rubbing it in our face.
And
And then all of a sudden they came back, and you guys
that's
were
right. I do remember
hugging.
that.
You guys were hugging.
Did we hug?
And then
That sounds totally
Jody and I
Yeah.
started marching around going,
Yeah, that's right.
and then you punched me in the neck.
That's right. Now I remember that, yeah.
Don't screw this up, fatty.
Sports brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. 11 area locations, all the games, all the time. Blues picked up a much-needed win against the Ottawa Senators, 3-0 at Scottrade last night. Vladimir Sobotka scored in the first, followed by goals from Vladdy Tarasenko and an empty netter by Braden Shen. Carter Hutton made 25 saves on his way to the shutout win.
Way to go, dude.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Blues are back on the ice tomorrow against the Avalanche. Puck drops at 7 p.m.
You're welcome, Carter.
He's got to start Thursday, right?
I would think.
I think he's got to start, and he has to talk to us before the game, just like he did yesterday.
I
and
mean, I
that's-
think he is.
I don't know. Is it?
I think he's got to be the starter until something happens.
Nobody said that he's the starting
I
goalie
know.
for. I mean,
It's
I tell you what, the
just-
radio broadcast team sure makes it seem like he's just kind of keeping the soup warm until Allen's back.
but Allen is sitting on the bench.
Right.
What is he back from?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's crazy, man.
And what is he back from being bad?
And why would you stop that? That was Hitchcock's problem, remember? The back and forth, the back and
Yeah.
forth. That just messes up the psyche of those guys.
Yeah. Unseeded, and here we go with this name that I'm going to pronounce 100% correct. Hyun Chung advanced to the Australian Open
Don't
semifinals
curse at us.
to become
Perfect.
the first Korean in a Grand Slam semifinal. Another men's quarterfinal yesterday, top-seeded Rafael Nadal retired from his match in the fifth set after suffering a leg injury. On the women's side, the number 1 and number 2 seeds both advanced. Also, Roger Federer is still going strong. He won his match and is headed to the semis. Michigan doctor Larry Nasser, the guy that's accused of sexually abusing Olympic gymnasts and other young female athletes while he was supposed to be examining them, he is sent to be sentenced today after a week-long sentencing hearing in which more than 150 of his victims spoke. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but only 7 women, only 7 of the victims, that's what this case is about, but the judge allowed all of his victims to
That's
speak.
So
on his
great
behalf.
that he's got to sit there and listen to all his victims.
Yeah.
Tell him what a monster he is.
Yep.
Did you see some of it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was-
There's
was
one.
gnarly.
There's one clip that's going around of a gymnast from, I believe it's Michigan State, and she goes into detail about what he did to her, and then at the end she goes, "I cannot tell you how much this is on tape and in the courtroom. I cannot tell you how much I effing hate you."
Yeah. And he's got to sit there and
He's
listen
gonna sit
to it.
there now.
How many statements were given?
150 of his victims spoke. Now, this dude's 54, and the minimum prison term of 25 to 40 years, but the judge can give him way more than that.
Oh, good.
So we'll see. He's already been sentenced to 60 years in federal prison
Well, he's gonna
over
die
the
in
child
jail,
porn
so.
charges. Yeah. Crazy, man. LeBron James became the 7th player in the NBA history to have 30,000 career points last night and set a record as the youngest player to reach that mark. He did it at the age of 33 years old and 24 days. Kobe Bryant did it at 34 years and 104 days. So congrats to LeBron. DeMarcus Cousins, considered the most impressive statistical night of his career, only like half jokingly said that he was most proud that he was able to hang in there because it was a double overtime game. But in reality, check this out: 44 points, 24 rebounds, 10 assists. That's incredible.
Had a good
Those
night.
stats are nuts. He was a big part of the 17-point comeback that New Orleans had, and the last person to do this, or I'm sorry, yeah, the last person to do this was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar back in 1972. So that shows you how rare this is. Again, he did it in double overtime. And finally, last night, SLU faced the VCU Rams at Chaffetz. The Billikens lost a heartbreaker 75-74. Their next game is on Saturday. They take on the Dayton Flyers. Tip-off from Chaffetz is scheduled for 3. And Mizzou is taking on number 19 ranked Auburn tonight in Columbia. Tip-off is scheduled for 8 o'clock. I'm Patrico, that's your sports, and boom goes the dynamite. Brought to you by the law offices of Susan L. Ward. Call 783-9400 or stlfamilylaw.com for all your family law needs.
And today's headline news story comes to us from Moundville, Alabama. Now, this happened back on December the 26th, but it's just hitting news now. Two brothers eating lunch the day after Christmas got into an argument over dessert. Apparently, the older brother cut them pieces of cheesecake, and the younger brother thought his piece was too small.
Oh, boy.
And they started arguing. And the older brother wound up punching his younger brother and then grabbing the butcher's knife that he used to cut the cheesecake. The younger brother said he felt threatened, so he called the cops. When they got there, the younger brother told them what had happened and even asked the cops if they thought his portion of cheesecake was, quote, big enough for a grown-ass man.
It's so different if you say grown man or grown-ass
Yes.
man.
Mm-hmm.
The older brother arrested for third-degree violence and harassment. So there you go, from Moundville, Alabama. These two guys.
I really honestly thought you were going to say something about a bazooka, to be honest with you.
That's today's headline Hooge. Bad Religion. Way back Wednesday. All right, so up after the break, we're going to have a little contest. Your chance to win your way into the Jack White Show over at Chaffetz on April 25th. Tickets on sale this Friday, 10 a.m. We also have tickets to go see Foo Fighters Saturday night, October 13th, over at Scottrade. Tickets for that go on sale at 9 a.m. 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833 if you want to play a little game. And the game is called 3 in 5.
Nice.
It's a good one. Love this game.
I love this game, too.
I get anxious for the caller.
Let's do a little practice round here.
All right, I'll do one with Jeff that I know you probably wouldn't get.
All right, so Patrico's going to give you a category. So name 3 blank.
Okay.
And you have 5 seconds to get 3. All right, here we go.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Name the real first names of 3 of our previous interns.
Oh, boy. Monica, Casey, and Crystal. I just totally made up the last one.
That is incorrect.
So I was just trying to show how somebody would lose.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jeff. You know, it's funny. I gave you this because I don't know either. So is it 2 out of 3? How do we normally do this? Or is
I thought it was 2 out of 3, but Jeff said that it's not. I can't remember.
All right. Moon, do you remember?
It's been forever since we played this
So we
game.
play 3 and 5. You just got to do it one time?
I think it's just one time. I don't know. These are big tickets, so, I mean, you can make
you
it
know
harder.
What, now that I think about it, I think it is only one. I think it is only one.
These are high-end tickets here.
Let's do 2 out of 3 then. We
2
got
out of
enough
3.
of them. We
All
got
right,
enough.
2 out of 3.
I agree with that.
Fine. It's settled.
Since you're so happy about it.
All right, good luck. 8:40 on this Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Look, Mommy, the rhino's getting too close to the car.
Coming at you.
Your Pony traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, we're looking at an accident, southbound 270 approaching Olive. Also looking at a disabled vehicle, eastbound 70 right after Route 3. That's clear, but still causing some problems. Other than that, things looking okay. Your point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, cloudy this morning. It clears up around mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies around 30 for the low. Right now, it is 30 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by Zillow. Zillow with millions of photos of homes for sale and rent, historical pricing data, and tools to help home buyers find what they're looking for. Zillow, find your way home.
Fast Eddie's Bon Air, I was saying yesterday, a lot of times bars, they're not going to direct you to their website necessarily, but let me encourage you to go to fasteddiesbonair.com and just read the history. Read the history of that building and that establishment. It is, not only is it fascinating, it's a legitimate, world-class history for St. Louis. They've been serving this area for decades upon decades and have become world famous. That's right, world famous. It's the coldest beer and the hottest spot in the Midwest. It's even a destination-type bar for people from out of town. They hear about this place. They know it's a one-of-a-kind experience, and they're going. They're going for the incredible food, the live entertainment, and just the environment in general is so impossible to explain. It's a one-of-a-kind thing. They got that retractable roof, so no matter what the season is outside, it's always party season on the inside. It's huge. The staff is great. Multiple bars, like I mentioned, that stage, the food, the beer. It's a place to go. Famous for those 21st birthday parties, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. You got to be 21 up, and there's no carryouts, but it is your place to jam whatever vibe you got. From chill to party, it's Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Like I said, go check out the history on that website. Fast Eddie's Bon Air, just over that Clark Bridge in beautiful downtown Alton, Illinois.
Acropolis Tech. This place wants to make sure that your IT department is not only run smoothly, but that you are protected. You are protected for when your system goes down. You don't have to scramble and worry about saving all your data and making sure everything is safe because they've already done the preventative maintenance for you. So this is why you need to pick Acropolis Tech to support your IT staff. Now, there's a couple options you have for you. Option one is you can let Acropolis be in addition to your IT team, or you can have them take care of your entire IT issues. They do a bunch of stuff, and one of the things I love the most about them is they make things so easy for you, so accessible for you, that if you do need your data backed up, you can put it on the Acropolis Cloud. They can make it available in public. They can make it available in private. Whatever you need them to do, they can take care of it, and they do all the preventative work, so they know when your business is booming and the IT goes down, the computers go down, the system goes down, productivity stops, and you lose business. You lose money. They want to make sure that does not happen. Acropolis wants IT to be the best-run department in your organization, and they can manage it all or support the already existing staff. Call them. Visit their website, acropolistech.com. Fill out the contact page. Get that no-hassle second opinion. They help manage IT for a who's of companies here in St. Louis, all the way from accounting to logistics. If you see IT as a strategic part of your business, you should give Acropolis a call. Again, the website, acropolistech.com. It's Acropolis. It's a better way to manage IT.
Hey, this is Clownvis, and you're listening to the Rizzuto Show. Happy birthday, Riz!
That's one of my favorites.
I love that guy.
All right, we got tickets to go see Jack White over at Chaffetz on April 25th. We got tickets to go see Foo Fighters at Scottrade Saturday night, October 13th. It's time for 3 and 5. So it's going to be 2 out of 3 right. These are high-end tickets.
Sure are.
Folks. All right, so you want to do another example round? Let's let Moon play this time.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Thanks a
All right,
lot.
so Patrico's going to give you a category. Name 3 things within 5 seconds. Here we go.
Moon.
Yes.
Name 3 current or past professional wrestlers.
The Ultimate Warrior, Marty Jannetty, and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, right.
Get out of my face, Bushwhackers.
Marty Jannetty, your favorite. You always bring up Marty Jannetty.
That's because it's such a funny name, and I was.
You always bring up Marty
what were
Jannetty.
they called? What was that tag team called?
It
was
they
something
weren't
so
the
silly.
Rockers.
Something
Yeah,
Connection?
I think it was the Rockers.
No, I don't think it was.
Was it the Rainbow Connection? No.
I think it was the Rockers or something silly like that.
Now I gotta look.
Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, right? And then he broke off because Shawn Michaels.
They were the new rock. They were the Rockers.
Yeah.
They were
Good
the
job,
Rockers,
dude.
really?
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. Sweet Chin Music right through Brutus the Barber Beefcake's window.
I should have said Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I should have said Tugboat. I could have said.
You could have said a number of people. Yes.
That's right. I appreciate that one. Thank you.
All
This is
right.
Softball.
Here we go. Sean, ready?
Give me my tickets.
Yes, sir.
Sean from Wood River, Illinois. Thank you, Sean. If you were to win, what tickets do you want?
I would like to take the Foo Fighters tickets.
All right. So you got to get 2 out of 3 of these categories right, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Your first category is this. Name 3 popular Christmas songs.
All right. Jingle Bells, Deck the Halls, and...
No!
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
No!
There is not a Christmas song called "And," right?
All right.
Correct.
You still got this, Sean.
Maybe in Norway.
You still got this. Here we go.
All right. So this question here. Take George, Elaine, Kramer, and Jerry out of your mind and name 3 minor characters from Seinfeld.
No way, man.
All right. Sean, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, Sean.
I'm not because he went.
Yeah, he was like, nope, I'm out. See you guys.
Goodbye.
No, his exact answer was no way, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, 314-969, dude. Here we go. Kristen. Hello, Kristen.
Hi.
Hey. All right, if you were to win, what do you want?
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. All right, here we go, Kristen.
All right, Kristen.
3 and 5.
Name 3 ways to prepare chicken.
Baked, fried, sauteed.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. All right. We'll give it to her. Sauteed chicken. Okay.
She does love the sauteed chicken.
You get this right. You win, Kristen. Here we go.
All right.
I am so nervous for you. Name 3 types of dance.
Hula. Ballroom.
That's not going to do it.
Let's do better on the next one.
I would also accept lambada.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the forbidden dance.
The forbidden and sexiest of all dances.
All right, Kristen, you got to get this right. Here we go.
Here you go. Name 3 sports where you score goals.
Soccer. Basketball. Hockey.
No!
Oh my God. I was that's
So
no.
close.
Judge, you want to give it to her?
I would give it to her. Why not?
And he says no.
I would say no.
I'm gonna go to Moon on this.
No, don't go to me.
No, he says yes. He says no. What do you want?
No. You're the tiebreaker.
No. I'm operating the buttons here.
I'm just the spectator.
I'm operating the buttons
Don't
here.
put this on me.
It is on you.
She was after the buzzer, but I would give it to her because I don't want to be the guy that takes it away.
So he just said no.
Wasn't I on the line?
He says that she was after the buzzer, and my question is this: are we going to give her basketball?
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah,
goals.
there's
They
a
count
field
goals.
goal percentage of
Yeah,
basketball.
they
That's
are
a
considered
stat.
goals, I think.
Yeah.
All right, Kristen, I'm going to give it to you.
There you
okay?
go. That's
I'm
the
gonna
nice
very
Riz over there that I know. Right there, that
Thank
guy.
you.
All right, Kristen. Even though technically you lost, but it's
From
Wednesday.
here on
All
out,
right,
you
look,
all
you can
remember.
go, but you have to get caught in traffic on the way home,
It's
okay?
Wednesday.
Everybody
Okay,
remember
sounds
that
good.
we are nice people, and we will be giving tickets to those that are borderline. From
No,
here on
just
out.
Kristen.
We just set the precedent.
No, it's
Nope.
a
there's
case-by-case
no-
basis.
oh.
She sounds like a nice lady. If somebody sounds like a douche, I'm not going to give her. Thank you, Kristen. Hang on. You're going to the Foo Fighters.
So you get the answers correct or get them close and be nice.
Yes, that's it. Kindness and flattery get you everywhere on the show.
Absolutely.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
All right,
well,
here we go.
There you
Here's your
go. Which
tickets.
tickets
You
do
get
you
tickets
want?
till after the
What do you
buzzer.
want?
Stop it. Kim, ready. Here we go.
Kim, name 3 types of dogs.
Shih Tzu, Poodle, and Chow.
All right, you better watch your language.
Yeah, don't you curse on the radio.
You say poodle.
One right. Here we go. One
All
more.
right,
You
Kim,
win.
name 3 types of bread.
Hey, way to go, Kim. What do you want?
Oh my goodness.
All right, my fault on that. I already gave it to her because she's so nice.
I am actually a really
All right,
nice person.
scratch that. Scratch that.
Wait, she says she's a
Scratch
nice
that.
person. She's got an ego. Forget it.
My
Never
fault
mind.
on that one.
I can name the 3 types of bread.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Now you're just bragging.
French, Italian, and wheat.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you win.
All right, way to go.
What do you
Yeah.
What is happening to you today?
I don't even
Can I
wanna
borrow
play
some money?
anymore.
What do you want, Kim?
Foo Fighters,
Some
please.
money.
Foo Fighters, you're
I'm
going.
nice.
All right, October 13th over at Scottrade.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah,
you
what the hell happened this morning? Can I have a car?
Can somebody be in a good mood?
Can I have a car?
Yeah, just not
Can
you.
somebody be having a nice day?
Nah, man, they're giving us crap about the basketball thing. Damn it.
What do you mean? Why?
They're saying because when you score in basketball, that's a field goal. That's not a goal.
Cares.
That's dumb.
I care what they say.
Is it?
She was after the buzzer anyway. She shouldn't have won. So, and I gave her the tickets as it is.
Yeah, we're a
Field
charity
goal
here.
has the word goal in it.
Yeah.
It's only the biggest tickets we've had in weeks.
Yeah. What's the matter? I gave her the tickets anyway.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey.
Hey. All right, we're gonna play.
At this point, you guys might as well just give me.
No.
Oh, see,
Oh,
now,
no, you
don't-
play.
you're
love
coming
it.
in hot,
Hey,
Nikki.
Nikki,
coming
Nikki,
in
we're
hot.
playing 7 and 5 right now.
You don't
so.
ask for the
Okay.
tickets. The tickets find you.
That's
What if we look if I get 1 and 5?
Well, here we go, Nikki. Let's do it. With that attitude, I hope you. Well, I hope you do okay.
Here we go. Name 3 television shows that are currently on MTV.
Ooh. I don't watch MTV.
I couldn't do
No,
that.
couldn't do that either.
I don't think so either.
Is a Headbangers Ball still on?
Back in 2001, I could do it.
Right, yeah.
Beavis and Butthead?
No.
I couldn't name one.
Catfish.
Syphil and Ollie?
Ridiculousness.
120 minutes with
Real
Matt
World.
Pinfield.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the real world is still on.
The Challenge.
All right, that was a garbage question.
Advance
Here we
warning.
go.
Oh, that was a garbage question. Get out of here.
Come on, Nikki.
Name 3 white rappers.
Eminem.
Oh, no.
Just.
Sir Mix-a-Lot's white, right?
Yep.
That's wrong.
Snow, Vanilla Ice, and Eminem.
I would have went with Eminem, Mac Miller, Machine Gun Kelly.
See, again, that would have been a tough question for me.
I would have said Mod Sun.
That would have been a tough question. Yeah. Danielle.
It just blew my mind that you even know
Hi.
who Mod Sun is, by the way.
Stay tuned, Tony. Stay tuned.
There must be a story in crap.
You got it.
I think he was on Warped Tour.
All right, Danielle, here
That's
we
what I
go.
remember.
3 and 5. Hey, if you win, what do you want?
What was the other option? I heard Foo Fighters, but I didn't know what the other option was.
Jack White over at Chaffetz.
Foo Fighters.
Okay, here we go. You got to earn them.
All right. Name 3 cities in Missouri that are not in our listening area.
I have no idea.
Well done. You know, there's
Killing
Kansas
it.
City,
Jeff City,
Joplin,
Columbia.
all those on the west. West Side. Okay. Not a great start, Danielle.
Okay.
You got this. Here comes the comeback.
All right. Name 3 songs with the word jump in them.
Oh, I've got nothing.
Oh, man.
Good showing, Danielle.
But she was
You
really
could-
nice.
you
Let's
could
give her the
start-
tickets anyway.
You can at least started with Jump.
You named a 0 and 10, so...
She had a pleasant personality, though. She's a very
Yeah.
nice person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shane, here we go. You are the last contestant
Okay, what's up?
in this game. All
What's
right,
up,
what's
yeah.
up? Shane, here we go.
What's up, brah?
What's up,
Hey, if you were to win, what do you want?
The Foo Fighters.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Name 3 male names that start with the letter C.
Chris.
He was yelling at his friend. You're supposed to be playing a game.
Did he get it in time?
Chris, can you help me with something? Hey, Chris.
Did he get it in time?
I'm going down!
Come on, Shane. Would have accepted Charles, too.
What about Carl?
Carl.
Name 3
Chris!
names.
All right, moving on. Here we go.
Chris!
You can spell it 3 different ways.
I'm gonna die. All right, the next question.
Come on, Shannon. You got this.
Name 3 types of clear alcohol.
Everclear. Zima.
Vodka. Did he say vodka?
He did.
No, he didn't.
Chris wasn't even helping him that time. Where was Chris?
Drinking Zima.
He said it was
He was so sure about the one.
Chris! Zima, but not vodka.
I'm out.
That may have
I
been,
know this one.
may have been one of my favorite moments in contest history. I thought he was gonna rattle them off like that.
Did anybody legit win?
Yeah, one person did. Oh,
No.
I think
No, I know we got Stick says 2, but no, they didn't legit win. I think I just gave them tickets.
Yeah, I think you're right. No.
I think we all won there, didn't we?
I think
Yeah.
you're right. We all did win,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know who
I
won?
am
Chris did.
sobbing.
Chris won.
All right, thank you, Rizzo.
The Rizzuto Show.
All right, 9:05 on this Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
That fat mother right there.
Whoa!
Coming at you.
Whoa.
That was Shane calling you out for making fun of him.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, there is an accident southbound 270 approaching Olive. Other than that, things are looking okay. Your point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, cloudy this morning, then it clears up around mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies and around 30 for the low. Right now, it's 33 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by CC's. Now at CC's, you can order your own personal pizza. There's thousands of ways to customize it your way, included with your buffet. Just $5 and change at CC's. Dine in only. Price may vary. Restrictions apply.
All right, Jeff, what do you got for us?
Actress Bella Thorne. Why might she be in town tonight? And also, you know, those rape allegations against Nelly that went away real fast? They didn't so much go away.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays and the porno birthday next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there.
All right, so what are your plans for lunch this afternoon? What are your plans for dinner? What are your plans tomorrow night before the Blues game? Well, how about you make those plans sauce on the side? How about you go to their website, eatcalzones.com? How about you check out the monthly special because you're running out of time to try that Get Scrambled Breakfast Calzone. Absolutely delicious. Scrambled eggs, the white cheddar cheese, the cheddar cheese, the sausage, the bacon, the potato hash, and that maple cinnamon butter dipping sauce. You got to try that right now before it goes away. And if that's not your thing, you will find something you absolutely love at Sauce on the Side. They've got 12 different salads for you if you want to try that. They've got all the different calzones, and everything's made with unique ingredients and made fresh daily. Nothing is frozen, ever. Not even the dough. The only thing frozen is their ice cream, but, I mean, that has to be frozen. Other than that, you go in there, you are eating the freshest of ingredients, unique ingredients. Things like corn salsa on the Duke, or even the figs and the figgy piggy. It's absolutely incredible. Trust me on that when you go. When I say that you're going to find something you like, the reason I say that is because if you don't like what they have in the menu, you could build your own fold. That's how they do things over at Sauce on the Side. Delivery, dine in, or just get it to go for lunch. Downtown, Clayton, or the Grove, those are the three locations. Again, find them online, eatcalzones.com. It is Sauce on the Side.
More Choice Jewelry, ninjabling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show. And yes, the weather will start getting warm out again. Springtime, love is in the air. Engagement season. So now, if you're thinking about getting engaged, you're going to pull the trigger on this thing. Moritz Royce jewelry for that engagement ring.
Listen, this is going to be the start of the rest of your life with this person. You don't want to get things off to a bad start by making the wrong decision when it comes to an engagement ring. And a lot of people have mistakenly gone somewhere thinking that they're getting a great deal, thinking that they may be getting a lot of bang for their buck, but they go in and they realize they've made a huge mistake because A, they don't get the customer service that they'd get up at Moritz Royce Jewelry. Their dollar goes a lot further at Moritz Royce Jewelry, and most importantly is they are not taken advantage of up at Moritz Royce Jewelry. Everywhere else, they look at you as green, as a dollar sign. That's all they care about.
Listen, you got to drop some money. As far as the engagement ring goes, it's a very important purchase.
Yeah.
And the worst is if you spend your hard-earned money and you feel like you've been taken advantage of, like, oh, my God, these people just bent me over. That's the worst. They will never do that at Moritz Royce. I mean, customer service for days. And people travel from far and wide to go there.
Listen, I'm the guy, and I know you're the guy, too, we've dealt with other people in the past. I will never go back, ever.
Night and day. Moritz Royce Jewelry, ninjabling.com. Get the phone number, get the address, make an appointment, and see what we are talking about. Moritz Royce Jewelry, ninjabling.com, where you get the jewels and not the shaft, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show.
Rizzuto.
All right, let's see how close the members of my show pay attention.
Uh-oh.
The rapper DMX was at my favorite restaurant in St. Louis yesterday. Where was he?
Well, Niche isn't there anymore.
I've said this many a time.
I have a guess, but I want you to go to me last.
Okay.
They ain't going to get to you because I know it.
Write it down. Write it down.
Okay.
Write it down.
Moon, write down the answer. Jeff, write down the answer.
DMX Monday night was at my favorite restaurant. Handing out shots to people and preaching. God, let me see what you got.
I wrote down the only restaurant.
You got it. You got it. Where, though? Where?
I know where.
Okay.
It'll give it away.
I was thinking the airport Chili's to go.
Oh, my God, you got
it! Literally, it says right here. The only restaurant, Chili's at the airport.
Oh, my God, I was totally kidding. That's not true, really? He was there?
Well, he was there, yes. But, I sarcastically said
I knew it couldn't have been real. I knew it couldn't have been
my favorite restaurant is the Chili's at the airport, the Southwest Terminal. DMX buys people shots, gives sermon at St. Louis Airport Chili's.
Gives sermon? Hilarious. How did I miss this?
I guess he had a show at the Chaffetz over the weekend.
I think on Saturday night, to be honest with you, because I think it was the same night as the Blues game.
He still hasn't gotten out of the airport.
According to the RFT, Monday night, found him at the airport bar speaking on his relationship with God and, according to eyewitnesses, purchasing shots for himself and those with whom he was speaking.
You've got to have a relationship with God while you're waiting for your luggage.
Is he allowed to drink? He may be out on bail. I don't know.
Well, the Chili's at the airport is its own country, so
that's right.
He's fine there.
Can I see your passport, sir? All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Oh, it's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis' only frozen pizza made with 100% real Provel cheese. I don't think we mentioned this 2 days ago. 2 days ago was the 10th anniversary of what actor's death?
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
10 years.
The movie has been playing that he's most famous. Well, I don't know if it's most famous for.
Is this a guy?
His final role.
Oh.
His final role.
Was 10 years ago?
He died 10 years ago, but they say maybe his final role killed him.
Oh, I know. Can I say it?
Brandon Lee was way before that.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't his final role, though.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it
There
was.
was-
No, he
was
did
the wonderful
Mr. Emporium's Magic
didn't finish it.
Emporium,
He didn't finish it.
Emporium.
Remember they had other people finish it.
Well, he
for
did
him.
half of it. Have you ever seen that movie, by the way? Super cool what they did.
Yeah, because they had other characters play him.
Yeah, and they kind of like pulled the story around that shift.
Yeah.
Very neat movie, dude.
I never saw it.
It's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
Maybe you're right. It wasn't his final. It was one of his final roles. And they say, he got so into the Joker character that it killed him.
That was 10 years ago? Wow.
God, he was so good.
Yeah.
And they've been showing that, The Dark Knight, a lot on, I think, on HBO.
That was if you think about 10 years ago, that was the first movie I ever saw on Blu-ray.
They got pictures of DMX?
Keep that in your back
we got
pocket,
video.
will you, pal?
This video?
You want to talk?
Sorry, I just found video of DMX preaching at the
Chili. At my favorite restaurant.
We should stop for that. I want to see it for
Thank
sure.
you, Jeff. Next.
Okay. Remember that woman who accused Nelly of raping her, and then she said, "You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to be able to get a fair trial." And for whatever reason, she backed off. You remember that pretty quickly. Well, she's back on. She has gone to court. Listen to this paperwork. She has gone to court asking a judge to order Nelly not to do that to other women anymore. That's what she said. I don't want him to do this to other women anymore.
So don't rape other women?
Right. Monique Green filed paperwork, and in her lawsuit against Nelly, she's asking for an injunction, and I'm not joking, against Nelly and his penis. Like that was mentioned, his junk was mentioned in the paperwork.
Injunction.
She describes in detail what Nelly's, his MO has been. And it's been to plot sexual assault against women. According to her, he, quote, seeks out beautiful women of color at his concerts, typically, quote, with beautiful faces and curvy figures. Members of his entourage invite the women and friends backstage, and says Nelly, quote, is particularly attracted to women who are resistant.
Oh,
boy.
She says at some point Nelly would begin touching himself in front of the women, with the expectation that presenting himself would entitle him to sexual gratification. And it gets a lot more blue than that. Let's just say he's being accused of a lot of crazy things here. She says that she describes in detail that Nelly allegedly put his hand up the dress of one of these women that he brought backstage. She says the other women told Nelly, said that Nelly forced her to perform on him, and then called her the special C word when she got away from him.
Is Nelly married? I know he had a reality show for a little while. I don't know if that's still on.
I don't know if he's married or just a long time with somebody, maybe. I don't really know a whole lot about his personal life, to be honest with you. Back to the Oscar nomination stuff, just real quick, some interesting tidbits about it. Overall, 341 movies were eligible for Best Picture, and that's 5 more than last year. Also, Get Out director Jordan Peele is the 5th African-American to earn Best Director nominations in the history of the Oscars. And if he wins, he'll be the first black director to take it home. And this one I found very interesting. Christopher Plummer, who replaced Kevin Spacey in All the Money in the World, at the very last minute was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He's 88 years old, which makes him the oldest acting nominee in the history of the Oscars. And who is the oldest to actually win one?
To win an Oscar?
Clint Eastwood.
Can you give us the year?
Jack Palance.
It was 2012.
Those are both correct. I bet you're right with Eastwood. Because didn't he win for the
Gran
Camino?
Torino?
Gran Torino.
The answer's right out there for you. Christopher Plummer. 2012 when he was 82 for the movie Beginners.
That was no fun.
Okay. And Logan, the movie Logan, scored a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, making it the first live-action superhero movie to ever do so.
I remember Jack Palance one for, was it City Slickers?
City Slickers?
Is that when he did the one-arm push-up?
Push-ups, yeah.
One arm, right?
Yeah.
One-arm push-up? And
I
how
think
was he?
He died not too long after that.
How old was he at the time? He was 80-something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was old.
Pretty impressive. So we go from the Oscars to the Golden Raspberry Awards. The nominations came out.
Razzies, yes.
Yeah, the Razzies. So Worst Picture, Transformers last night is nominated. Also 50 Shades Darker, the Baywatch movie, The Mummy, Tom Cruise, right? The Mummy. And the Emoji Movie, also nominated for worst picture. Worst actor, Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, Jamie Dornan, Zac Efron for Baywatch, and Mark Wahlberg for Daddy's Home and Transformers.
Baywatch was kind of funny.
I thought Baywatch was great.
They said it was terrible, but if you go into it knowing it's not going to be Citizen Kane,
Perfect airplane movie.
That's what it was. I watched it on an airplane.
Can you name those movies again? And I'll tell you how many of these I love, and it's going to be ridiculous. Go.
Worst picture nominations.
Yes.
Are we talking about the Transformers movie?
Loved it.
Probably loved it.
50 Shades Darker.
I didn't see that.
Baywatch.
Loved it.
Emoji Movie.
I liked that.
The Mummy.
I haven't seen that yet. I like really bad movies, guys.
The Emoji Movie was awful.
I did not think it was awful.
Honestly.
I didn't. I think, and again, and I say this every time, I think it's because I went into the movie going, this is going to be the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen.
And it was.
And it was not. It was not great, but it was not horrendous.
Was it worse than Grown Ups?
Moon, you got to be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me.
I walked out of the Emoji Movie and I went, yep, they're right.
If I put you in a room with nothing but grown-ups on repeat, it's not that bad.
Sorry, man. Disagree.
Worst actress, Katherine Heigl for Unforgettable, and then Dakota Johnson, Jennifer Lawrence, Tyler Perry, Emma Watson as well. Worst screen combo. So this is any combination of two characters, possibly two sex toys, or possibly two sexual positions. 50 Shades of Grey. Any combination of two humans, two robots, or two explosions. Transformers. You see what they're doing here? They're just, if you notice, it's all the same movies. They're just taking movies and just beating them up. That's all they're doing. I mean, it kind of seems like it.
I love the actresses who show up or actors who show up to these things. Who was it? It was somebody who Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I think showed up, collected a Razzie, and then the next day won an Oscar for something else.
And I believe she said "In Your Face" after that.
She collected a Razzie for something and then got the Oscar for Blindside.
I think it was like Miss Congeniality.
Something like
That's a great movie.
Hold on. Now I got to look it up. No, I think it was something worse than that. I think she was like the movie with Thomas Jane.
You have the reviews for grown-ups?
Yeah, 10% Rotten Tomatoes. Here's the first one. The only thought that this film might provoke is to make you wonder what Sandler and gang were thinking when they made this.
I could find an example of that of every movie.
I saw Grown Ups in the theater. Okay, and here was my absolute first thought when I walked out of that movie theater was, we wasted a babysitter.
That should be the review. Was it a wasted babysitter or was it worth the babysitter?
I like it. Yeah,
that's it. Just one or the other.
Somebody brought up Steve Wilkos yesterday.
That was me.
That was you? Yeah. So he has his own TV show. He is a former bodyguard. He's a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, former member of the Chicago Police Department. Dude has survived all of that, and he just survived a near-death car wreck.
Oh, really?
And this was bad on Sunday.
When I mentioned somebody?
I know. In Connecticut, where he was hanging out, living, his vehicle hit several poles, and then a tree, and then flipped over on its side.
Whoa.
He was then transported to a hospital.
I don't think he drinks or anything. Like Steve Wilkos is a badass.
Yeah, so he goes to a hospital in Connecticut, and then he says after seeing the picture of his car, he's very, very, very lucky to be alive.
Wow.
And obviously, since you know his background, he thanks all the first responders for all their help. He said without them, he probably would be dead.
Yeah, because you think normally, oh, man, it must have been wasted. Single car accident.
Right, yeah.
But I don't think he drinks or anything.
Hell, Connecticut this time of year? Are you kidding me? Julia Louis-Dreyfus recuperating from chemo and will return to Veep, beginning filming the 7th and final season in August. September, she announced she had been diagnosed with breast cancer. If you remember, Veep's been on hiatus. Start filming, as I said, in August, and it will get back on air in 2019. On TV tonight, you got The Goldbergs on ABC, the premiere of the 6-part Waco miniseries. That's on Paramount.
What did you say, Sandra Bullock? All About Steve was the
All
Razzie?
About Steve, yeah, with Thomas Hayden Church and Bradley Cooper.
All About Steve, and then she won for Blindside.
Won for Blindside, won the Razzie for All About Steve.
Yeah, and showed up to get her Razzie.
That's funny. Knowing her, they're probably next to each other on a shelf.
Yeah, probably. I like me some Sandra Bullock.
I do too. I think he's awesome.
Crappy birthdays. Misha Barton from The OC is 32. Tatiana Ali. She was Ashley Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She's 39. Kristen Schaal. She was on The Daily Show. She's on Last Man on Earth. Also, Louise on Bob's Burgers. She is 40. Ed Helms. He was on The Hangover. He's Stu the Dentist. He was on The Office. He was also on The Daily Show. He is 44. Matthew Lillard, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. Also the dude, spoiler alert, one of the original killers in the movie Scream.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, great.
48.
We were going to watch that together today.
Yeah, it only came out in 97. Yakov Smirnov, Russian comedian who is hilarious, 67. Aaron Neville is 77. And today's Burton birthday of the day, yes, another member of the exclusive Mother Effin' Club here on this show. Just yesterday, we talked about him hanging up his bedazzled jackets. Neil Mother Effin' Diamond is 77 years young. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's Where Fun and Fantasy Meet, is Tabitha Stern. Today's birthday girl has been passed around more than the baked ziti at an Italian Sunday dinner in 84 fine films, including Foot Lovers Only, Volume 4, Let It Burn, also in Runaway Butts, Volume 2, Natural, Naked, and Naughty, and who could forget her unforgettable role in I Don't Know Him, but I'll Do Him. Tabitha Stern, 42 years old. That's your porno birthday, your crappy birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
All right, it's 9:29 on this Wednesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
I'm a maniac and stupid, fat, and ugly.
And coming at you.
Your point to traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Right now, nothing to report, all good. Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, cloudy, does clear up this afternoon and around the mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies and around 30 for the low. Right now, it is 30 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather, that's going to be sponsored by IKEA. Get space for all your favorite outfits with 20% off hemless chests of drawers at IKEA. January 24th to February 11th, visit your IKEA store or IKEA.com for more details. IKEA, make the dream yours.
All right, more Riz Show next. Patricia's is all about having a good time. It's where fun and fantasy meet. So this is the year you're going to spice up your love life. Go a little out of your comfort zone, but not too uncomfortable. You never have to feel uncomfortable at Patricia's. Patricia's is where you go for the sexy lingerie, the naughty costumes, the movies, the lotions, the lubes, the vibrating toys, the non-vibrating toys. Valentine's Day coming up. Get your supplies at Patricia's. Spice up your love life and have some fun. All three locations are awesome. And dare I say it, classy. The employees there are nice. They're never going to judge you. There's not a seedy roadside sex shop with, dim lights and feet sticking to the floor. It's not that way. Patricia's, St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. Sexy lingerie, stiletto heels, men's and women's adult toys, male enhancers, and the largest collection of adult DVDs in the area. For all your fun and adult toys, think Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet. You know, getting a new mattress, especially after having an old mattress for so many years, man, it's such a game changer. Getting a good night's sleep, it begins with a great mattress. And you want a great mattress at a great price.
You really, truly do. And listen, we always say that Mattress Direct, they don't do sales. They don't do blowout sales. They don't do, hey, it's the Arbor Day sale. They don't do those types of things because they already got extremely low prices. But they've got new product coming in, so they got to get the old product out. So they're doing special pricing on demo and floor models.
Yeah, I hate to say, the circus has rolled into town. Mattress Direct is having a sale. I mean, normally you get 30 to 60% off every day. But now with these demo models and floor models being moved out, you're looking at 70 to 90% off.
I mean, just look at it this way. There's a bed that if you went to a retail store, you'd pay $2,000 for. They were selling it for just over $1,000. Now you can get it for $500 at Mattress Direct during this special event that we'll call that you could go. They're just trying to make room for new product that is already going to come in at a discounted price.
I'm asking you, help them out. Help make room for their new lines at Mattress Direct. Sleep Rules gets them at Mattress Direct, STLMattressDirect.com.
The Rizzuto Show.
All right, welcome back. Hey, we got a guest in studio. The head muckety-muck over at the car show. Chris Edelman is here.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning.
You know what this means, right? That's just a theme right there. Hey, Chris, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Riz.
You should stop by more often. We see
I'd
you
like
once
to.
a year.
Yep.
Once a year.
It's my 5 minutes of fame.
When the car show rolls into town. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic.
Got a big weekend planned.
Got a big weekend. It's been a long week. This show takes actually 8 days to load in for a 4-day show, and it's out in less than 24 hours.
It's amazing.
It's a big event.
As a young kid growing up on the East Coast, the car show was the one thing my dad and myself always went to. Every year, me and my dad went to the car show. And I'm sure you're seeing that too. Fathers and sons, it's the yearly pilgrimage downtown.
We hope so. We're trying to really draw to that crowd. I mean, as far as changing our demographic for making it more of a family experience, like what we're doing with the Dome, what we're bringing down for just the ultimate family experience with our kids zone and our pricing. Kids 12 and under are free. I actually heard from a gal on the street yesterday. She was actually just talking about, I can't wait to go to the auto show. All the advertising is fantastic. Kids 12 and under are free. She told me her whole story. It was great. I'm like, wow, that advertising actually works sometimes. It was fantastic. It's a great story. But, and of course, I give her 2 free tickets and thanks. And she's about melted. She's like, man, I can buy nachos now. I can buy a beer. And I'm like, man, that, it was fun. So, it's working. It's good.
I remember as a young kid, going around looking at all the new cars, looking at all the new accessories, the latest and greatest, and having like a little bag and going around to almost all the booths and just collecting as many brochures as I could, and then going home that night and laying them all out and just reading about cars for the next 2 weeks.
So it was your parents that were coming to the office looking for a lost child.
Yeah.
That's how we gauge attendance at the auto show, how many lost parents we have.
Yeah. Well, now you got a kid zone and, of course, the drifting. We love watching the drifting.
Yeah. What I like about it is you can start at point A and walk through there and then turn around and walk back and see completely different things. There's so many different nooks and crannies and things to. Once you think, oh, well, that's it. Nope. You spend about another 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll see everything new.
Think about this, and I don't know if you remember this. Jeff, you may remember. We were walking around last year, and we got to a certain area of the car show, and you pointed to a vehicle, and you said, I'm going to get me one of these.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
And guess what? You got you one of those.
Yeah.
But you got to check it out firsthand, put your hands on it, look inside, sit in it.
I forgot about that. Last year, I was in the Jeep section with all the Jeeps.
Yep.
And I said, I'm getting one.
I'm getting one of these.
And damn it, I got it.
You got the one you wanted.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
I had to pay for it.
Wait, did you buy for? Oh, okay. All
but
right,
you know what? A lot of people, and I hear from a lot of people that go to the car show, that they get a lot more freedom to look at new vehicles because it's not a sales pitch being thrown on them. There's no sales positioning. They just walk and they casually get to go, I like this vehicle. I get to put my hands on it. I get to sit on the front seat. I get to touch the buttons. And there's nobody there going, you really should buy this. No, it's a lot more casual.
It's the ultimate button seat experience. You can come kick the tires of any car you may be looking at. You can actually go outside and even drive some of them now. Chrysler's bringing Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. We got Toyota. I mean, there's a, that's the ultimate ride. I mean, you got your one, you can spend 4 or 5 hours downtown having that experience instead of driving, because time is money for people, and it's rough with kids, and it's, they can actually, have a good buy experience without the hassle of somebody hounding you, and with product specialists answering good questions on vehicles.
Yeah.
And
Are you going to have the test drive zone?
Oh yeah,
outside this year.
Yeah,
again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that Chrysler and Toyota ride and drive. So you can actually put butts in seats and drive all the latest models around downtown St. Louis.
Cool. Yeah, I know how I know they got one of those zones because I tried to park in it. They threw me out. Well, I thought they had cones there. I thought they were coned off for me.
It's a drive zone, not a park zone.
Wow, this is like a really roomy parking
Super nice
spot.
This time we'll have a sign.
No, sir, you are parked in the driving zone. Okay. All right. So you got the drifting, once again, with Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Yep, Vaughn's back. Chelsea DeNova is also coming back as well. So we're running 2 cars every drift session, it's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys know you've been there, so you've seen it, and it's a lot of big smoke, fun.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right up there on the street. Also, the Gateway Kartplex cars.
Yep, Kartplex is back. Actually, I can't lie. I might have taken a cart around last night when they were breaking them out of the trailer.
I would so do that, too.
Put a little rubber down on the track. Yeah, no.
Of course.
Had to.
I'm seeing zip lines this year.
Yeah, so you guys are zip lining while you're there, right?
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Over the top of the whole dome.
I don't know. Patrico.
400 linear feet.
Damn.
All the way across.
All
You'll
right,
be good.
My limit's 300. Sorry.
You're good.
What else is new this year at the auto show?
Our Ultimate Kid Zone. We're actually also bringing out.
Jeff's not allowed anywhere near.
Nope, that's it.
So stay out of the dome.
I'm out.
Do not let this man in or near the kid zone.
Oh, man.
We'll give you a different ticket.
What else?
So our local Jeep dealers also all partner together to do an Ultimate Jeep Challenge. So you might want to upgrade the next Jeep. So they're actually just getting together for bragging rights to see who can throw together the best tricked out Jeep. So actually having a little fun with it, and then showing customers kind of what they can do with a Jeep once they get it on an aftermarket basis. So.
Oh yeah. See, as a Jeep owner, and I'll be there on Friday night. I will be down there and just checking out some of the latest and greatest as far as Jeep accessories go. I mean, it's all about customizing your car.
Yeah, that's it. When you get a Jeep, that's a canvas for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's a Jeep Wrangler build-off. There's a classic car show as well.
Yeah, the Classic Car Studio. They were featured on Velocity. They're coming down with their rig, and they're doing autograph sessions and whatnot, and talking about their builds on their custom rides. And they're also local, so people can come down, check them out, and actually follow up with them and check out their garage and their studio and all that. It's great.
Right. Joseph Newgarden's going to be there.
Yeah, we're giving away a new car on Friday night at 6 o'clock, powered by Bommarito. On that, they're actually giving away one of 3 vehicles of the winner's choice. So it's going to be exciting. It's always fun when you can give away a car.
I'm telling you, man, the car show when no pun intended, when the car show rolls into town,
it's a well-oiled machine.
Stop it. So it starts tomorrow and runs through Sunday.
Correct.
Over at the Dome at America Center.
Correct.
Kids 12 and under are free, and all the details, stlouisautoshow.com, stlouisautoshow.com. And I think if you're there at the Dome, you may see Chris riding around on a Segway. That's his favorite mode of transportation.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Just wave.
Yeah. He'll be in the Paul Blart mall cop costume.
Yep.
Just checking out to see, hey, everything good here? All right. Hey, we got some tickets to give away. Let's give away a 4-pack of tickets to caller, 50. 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Caller 50, you will get a 4-pack of passes for the auto show this weekend, starting tomorrow, over at the Dome at America Center, the 2018 St. Louis Auto Show. Chris, stick around for sports. Here we go. Chris, favorite team?
Not this non-St. Louis LA Rams.
Not them.
Not them.
All right, that's good. Narrow it down.
What's your favorite sport?
Hockey for sure.
Hockey for sure.
My Blues, baby.
There you go.
Bleed blue.
Well, sports is sponsored by Gateway Motorsports Park. The 2018 racing season is going to be bigger, better, and faster.
I feel like we are responsible solely for last night's win.
Agreed.
Well, that's pretty bold of a statement that you just said there, Riz. Blues picked up a much-needed win against the Senators 3-0 at Scott Trade last night. Vladimir Sobotka, he scored in the first, followed by goals from Vladdy Tarasenko in the second, and an empty netter from Braden Shen. Carter Hutton made 25 saves on his way to the shutout win.
Well, let me explain. I think with Carter being on the show yesterday with us, he somehow got the confidence to stop every puck.
I agree.
You got it.
He didn't actually thank us afterwards in the press conference, but
I know
think
it's
understood.
You're welcome.
The Blues are back on the ice tomorrow against the Avalanche. Puck drops at 7. Real quick, I got to address this. There was a rumor going around yesterday that the Blues had put in a trade offer for Carey Price for the Montreal Canadiens. That's false. LeBron James.
We already got some goalies.
Got 2 of them, right? I think.
There's one,
got 2.
and then there's the other.
There's the guy.
One of the comments said that, how could the Blues trade away Jake Allen? When he's teamed up with Carl Hutton, they're just great.
Carl is his brother. I guess so. That's Carter's brother, Carl.
LeBron James became the 7th player in NBA history to have 3,000 career points last night, set a record as the youngest player as well to reach that milestone. And finally, last night, they lost to the VCU Rams at Chaffetz, 75-74 loss. Next game is on Saturday. They play Dayton. Tip-off is at 3 p.m. Mizzou taking on number 19 ranked Auburn tonight up in Columbia. Tip-off for that is scheduled at 8. I'm Patrico, that's your sports, and boom goes the dynamite. Brought to you by the law offices of Susan O. Ward. Call 783-9400 or STLFamilyLaw.com for all your family law needs.
Chris, big cheesecake fan?
I love cheesecake.
I'm not a cheesecake fan.
Love it.
Right up there with apple pie.
I like pie. Not a huge cheesecake fan.
I like cheesecake, but if you said, hey, I can never have cheesecake again the rest of my life, I'd be
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Strawberries on top, though. Mandatory.
Nope. Now we're out. Nope.
Mandatory.
You don't like fruit on top of your cheesecake?
Little whipped cream, too, is not bad.
I just want New York-style cheesecake. You get
That's
your
it?
strawberries out of here.
Fruit, huh? Am I right?
Happy days.
Yeah, like that's like what's on top of the cheesecake is just strawberries. Yeah, there's no sugar or anything that's fancy in that little syrup they got going on. Get out of here.
I'd rather just eat the crust.
Listen. If
Being
I'm
honest.
if I'm at the Cheesecake Factory, it's almost a when in Rome situation.
Sure, yeah.
You almost have to. But this is from Moundville, Alabama, and this happened back on December 26th. But it's just hitting the news now. 2 brothers eating lunch the day after Christmas, and they got into an argument over dessert. Apparently, the older brother cut them pieces of cheesecake, and the younger brother thought his piece was too small. So they started arguing, and the older brother wound up punching his younger brother and then grabbing the butcher's knife he'd used to cut the cheesecake. So the younger brother said he felt threatened, so he called the cops. When they got there, the younger brother told them what had happened, and even asked the cops if they thought his portion of cheesecake was, quote, big enough for a grown-ass man. Older brother arrested for 3rd-degree violence and harassment. So there you go. From Moundville, Alabama, these 2 fellas. Today's headline news. I once again want to remind everybody that the auto show starts tomorrow over at the Dome at America Center, runs through this weekend. Father, sons, mothers and daughters, families, all welcome. It really is, and whenever I talk about the auto show, I think about my dad.
Absolutely, man.
And I remember going as a young kid with my dad. It's a nostalgia thing for me. I'm gonna go with my son. He's going.
You know what you're doing? You're creating memories, Riz.
That's what I'm thinking. All right, one final look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
How disgusting is that?
Coming at you.
Your point to traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert.com. Nothing to report, all good. Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, cloudy this morning. Then it clears up, and it's going to be around the mid-40s for the high. Tonight, clear skies, around 30 for the low. Right now, it is 32 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather, that being sponsored by CC's. Now at CC's, you can order your own personal pizza. There's thousands of ways to customize it your way, included with your buffet. Just $5 and change at CC's. Dine-in only. Price may vary. Restrictions apply.
So my friends at Hoffman Brothers not only do the heating and cooling thing, but plumbing and electrical and appliance repair. And they've been around for, around 40 years. And they are still growing, still expanding. And I'm telling you, a great place to work, a great company, family atmosphere. I was walking the hallways of Hoffman Brothers a couple weeks ago, and just a smile on everybody's face. And they are adding to their team. So Hoffman Brothers is hiring HVAC licensed journeymen and installers. And you'll get a $10,000 signing bonus if you're hired before the 28th of February. Free health, dental, and vision insurance for employees and families. 401k program with a company match up to 4%. Paid vacations, 6 paid holidays. Company-provided work van plus gas, cell phone reimbursement, year-round work, paid training, and bonus programs. I'm telling you, Hoffman Brothers, they are a great place to work, and they are ever expanding and adding to their team. I did mention year-round work, right? I know that's an issue for people. So if you're on your way to a job you absolutely hate, get in touch with Hoffman Brothers. Looking for HVAC licensed journeymen and installers. And don't forget about that $10,000 signing bonus for anyone who's hired before February the 28th. HoffmanBros.com and click on that careers tab. HoffMann Bros.com.
So it is officially Chevy Truck Month, and this is the best truck month that they've had in 10 years. And Jim Trenary Chevrolet is celebrating. And I can tell you all the deals that they've got going on different 2018 Silverados, but here's what you need to know, okay? There's now an even bigger incentive for you to head to Jim Trenary Chevrolet because their Silverados just got another $2,000 off till the end of January. That's right, it's an auto show bonus, and that means that right now you can get $12,000 off MSRP on brand new 2018 Silverados. It's absolutely unbelievable. Go to the car show, check out some of the Silverados. I know they're going to have that blackout edition there, which is incredible. It definitely, truly will blow your mind. Plus, every model of Chevys right now, Cruises, Malibus, Equinox, Traverses, all just got another $1,000 off until January 31st. Again, it's the Jim Trenary Auto Show month-end all-out blowout at Jim Trenary Chevrolet. They're also looking for used cars, so they're paying top dollar for your trade. And if you need help getting approved, these guys will get it done for you with guaranteed financing. Again, they'll be at the auto show, or you can go to any of their 3 Missouri locations. In O'Fallon on Highway 40 at K, in Union on Highway 47 at V, and in Troy on Highway 61. Online at JimTrenary.com. It's Jim Trenary Automotive Group. Find new roads.
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango next. Good morning, Donnie.
What's going on, buddy?
You seem fired up.
Oh, I am.
Why?
Oh, no, it's just always nice to be at work for 5 minutes before you get pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, I'm having a great day. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Good. And I will have a great day, too, probably around 2:05. You know
nice
what I'm saying?
job, gentlemen.
Donnie, is it something Moon did?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
100%. Oh, stop it. No way, dude.
God,
this
not
is like,
the time.
dude, this being in here with you guys is like the oasis.
Let's
like,
ask
this is
Alexa.
Great.
All right. So I don't have to pat you down?
Hey, Alexa.
Again, I'm not going to jail for this place. Please understand that.
Good point.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Yeah, we were talking. Go ahead. Go again.
Hey, Alexa. Why is Donnie mad?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I don't know that.
We don't either.
She don't even know.
Well, it's okay. You don't have to know. We'll figure it out.
Hey,
I made
Alexa.
myself a delicious sandwich for lunch, man, so I got that to look forward to.
What you got?
Hey, Alexa, play some relaxing music.
I couldn't find any relaxing.
Shut up,
Right.
then.
What's the
She
sandwich?
only got death
Stupid
metal
ass.
on there.
Well,
Hey!
Not very helpful there. Just a little mesquite barbecue.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
That's it.
All right.
No big deal. A little sandwich.
All right, what do you got coming up? We got to get out of here.
I've got
Besides the sandwich, what else is going
I've got
on?
your chance to win some Jack White tickets. We'll get some K-Flay tickets in there for you as well. I have a favorite person on television that I want to talk about after a particular show last night. And also, too, I just finished last night the Mark Maron podcast with Macaulay Culkin. It was really great, and there's a couple things about it that I want to mention outside of some things that have been kind of floating around.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Donnie's got all that and more next. Big thanks to Sticks in there. Thank you, Sticks,
what
for
he
the
did.
Belonging podcast.
This girl, right?
She did great. Moon, what do we got?
Lots of news. We had a great Riz list, 4 sneaky things that are actually bad for the environment that nobody really thinks about. A 9-year-old accidentally shares her Pawpaw's weed gummies with her entire 5th grade class.
Whoops.
And let me give you a couple titles here, okay? Somebody make sure I don't swallow my tongue. 1 shot, 4 shots, 7 shots bunch. Peter Pan is a murderer. Those are all podcast titles from here, Rizzuto Show. I want you to find out why those are all titled the way they are by listening to all of the Riz Show. You don't just listen to, or you don't just watch a few minutes of your favorite show. You listen to all of it,
the whole thing.
and it's all available right there on the podcast. Today's is called "Locked in the Bathroom." Find out why if you just tuned in at the podcast. That's iTunes, Spotify, all your podcast directories, and on the website next to the podcast. Next to the blog, 1057thepoint.com/.
Riz, thank you. Patrico video of the day.
Video theme continues, all about you failing at work. One of my personal favorites, the guy that's working at the liquor store, and he knocks over the wine shelf.
Oh.
And it's a huge mess. 1057thepoint.com/
Riz.
You better stop that.
All right, tomorrow, speaking of Pawpaw, St. Louis's Pawpaw, John Patrico here.
Yeah. Peter Pan is a murderer.
Craigslist Freak of the Week. Tomorrow, don't forget, Auto Show starts tomorrow over at the Dome at America Center. I'll be out there on Friday from 7 to 9, so come say hi. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Team Riz member of the day, shouting out Jordan Bishop one more time from a
Jordan. Donnie, you're going to love this.
He says, any song from Run the Jewels, and we don't have that one.
Yeah, we don't have one called Any. We sure don't.
No, I thought the acoustic version was in there.
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to play this one, okay? All right, see you tomorrow. Donnie's next. Bye.
The Rizzuto Show.